Presented by Horns and Hooves Entertainment, you're watching Bob Hansen, Sean O'Malley, Tom Ujak, and Adam Fitzgerald. You still up? Live. It's Buffalo After Dark.
Welcome to Buffalo After Dark, everybody. It's Wednesday night, and of course, you got a full house in here tonight. Of course, you got Tom, you got Buffalo Bob over here in the corner with his Bills hat and artificial turf. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. We got the nice little win on Sunday, so of course we'll talk about that. And then, of course, we got Bubba Matt over here. How you doing, Sean?
I'm doing good, man. At least it wasn't until I went on Twitter just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, talking to me.
Yeah, we'll fill you in on that. And then, of course, we got Luffy down in the bottom, who's headless as normal. How you doing?
Oh, I'm fantastic as usual.
You need a face reveal, asshole.
Shut the fuck up. I keep my viewers excited about my look, okay?
What? Are you ever
One of
going to do a
these
face reveal?
It's kind of like you pay to play.
Although we just got the show intro that'll get edited in later, so anyone who wants to see his face, we'll show it for all of 3 seconds.
Yeah, donations are welcome.
Well, we have to make it 60 seconds at least.
Yeah, that's all good.
Maybe.
Oh man! And then of course we got show contributor Ryan Coggill from his new venture. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Broviet Sports. So let's get right into it. We had a fun week over here, and of course, all the haters finally, for the most part, shut up about the Bills win. So we'll talk about it here in the hot box. What's up?
Not much. Not the haters are not quiet. I don't know if you heard, but you see the comments that what's his freaking face on ESPN made earlier today towards the Foxworth or something like that.
Oh, yeah, Dominic Foxworth. How he's talking about basically if you're a Josh Allen fan, you're a Patriot or something weird.
Yeah, I have the quote, but that kind of when I saw this, I was like, Jesus Christ, did you really go that route? So I want to read this, and I want to kind of everyone's reaction on this. And he went on a podcast. It says right here, ESPN sports analyst Dominique Foxworth sparked controversy this week when he revealed that he enjoys it when the Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen fails because he doesn't like Allen's fans. Foxworth made the comment on Tuesday on ESPN's podcast, The Right Time with Bonami Jones. In quote, I am fully aware that I have biases, and my bias are not based on Josh Allen. It's based on the people that are defending Josh Allen. I would be 100% lying if I said that when Josh does something dumb, a little part of me doesn't get happy. And it's not because I don't want Josh to succeed. It's because the people who are telling me that Josh is the second coming of Christ and Josh is better than everybody and are people with American flags and dogs and skulls and crossbones. And if you go just to take a dip into their tweet history, it's some really concerning retweets and likes, and it's not about Josh.
That's exactly what I was reading on Twitter, man. I'm like, this dude's serious, and man, let me just get this out the way right now. So obviously, this is exactly why I got the American flag as a background for tonight, because of that biased, woke piece of garbage, Dominic Foxworth, running his mouth just because the stuff he said. I'm like, this dude can't be serious. I'm like, so he doesn't like Josh Allen because of us, pretty much.
Really?
Because people, those of us with American flag, a dog, or skull and crossbones in our profile. I'm like, dude, go F yourself. For real.
Just it's okay, you can say
F yourself. I would, but
Hey, go for it. It's an uncensored show. Plus, anyone who watches this show, when they see the edited version we put up on YouTube, which has our graphic stuff in it, the first thing that they see is the viewer disclaimer that basically says, A, we're not responsible for anything that happens to you, and B, if you don't like anything uncensored, don't watch.
It should be don't mind the newfie that says a lot of fuck.
Right.
Well, look, as far as I'm concerned, that guy can kick rocks for all I care and suck on eggs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care.
yeah. What do you think about it, Ryan?
Well, first, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I got a new pair of headphones for my tablet, so I just want
It
to.
doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah, you're right. It probably doesn't. I mean, it's just another in a long line of. I mean, we've seen how the national media has treated not just the Buffalo Bills, but Josh Allen since the draft. And it's just another in a long line of continual things. And it's to the point now where people like Colin Cowherd are putting the Bills as the best in the league. So now other people don't have anything negative to say about them. And now they're just saying crazy things like, Bobby, shut up. Now they're just saying crazy things like anybody that likes America or likes the American flag or likes dogs is negative and is racist. He essentially called all of Bills Mafia racist and bigoted. But it's not just that. Then you have Nick Wright, who somehow thinks that Baker Mayfield and the Browns are better than the Bills right now, even though they just lost to Baltimore. I mean, they've just run out of legitimate things to nitpick, because it's not like Josh Allen's perfect, right? So they've run out of legitimate things to nitpick, and they're now going to saying crazy things. I don't know what liking dogs has to do with being a bad Bills fan. I don't know what liking Skull and Crossbones has to do with not being a good Bills fan. I don't know what any of that is. So as far as I'm concerned, they can all. The thing that pisses me off is that Bomani Jones' show then marketed what was said as factual I can't remember exactly what it is, but it was like factual analysis of Josh Allen. And so it's just they've run out of positive things to say about the Bills, and they're just trying to get ahead.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. But there's a follow-up to this whole thing. Jordan Poyer, of all people, replies back to him. And I'm talking about Foxworth, by the way. And then
Luciano did too, yeah.
Yeah, and then Foxworth replies back to him. And it's a pretty interesting conversation. Jordan Poyer says, hold up, bruh. We not just letting this slide, yeah? ESPN, this is what we're on now in the sports world. Foxworth 24, we got to do better, my brother, because this ain't it. Then he replies, nobody I respect has taken this seriously, so I've been ignoring it, and getting taken out of context kind of comes with my job, so I haven't been tripping. But I respect you and the people in your building, and it bothers that y'all have spent 1 second thinking about this stimulus BS. Feel free to DM me, listen to the full podcast, or ignore the foolishness altogether and get back to balling. Best of luck to you and my new franchise quarterback.
Out of context, my ass.
There you go. Basically.
Okay, can I say something about this?
Sure.
First off, it was very entertaining to hear Bobby read back a tweet like that. And second of all, who gives a flying fuck what ESPN says?
Exactly. They're all woke anyway.
And as some wannabe fucking guy that's looking for attention to get retweets. In my mind, I'm not even a Bills fan. I hope everybody already knows that, but I'm definitely an Allen fan. And by the way, Bobby Rosen, remember? But I support Allen. I think he's a beast. And for the fact that you want to pick out flaws from Allen, the few that he has, and then bring in racism over a dog and skull and crossbones, you, sir, are a fucking joke.
Yeah. Who's the racist there? You tell me.
Yeah, who's the racist? Really the racist?
Exactly.
Well, if you think about it out of context, what Josh Allen did at 15 years old, and everybody's pretty much forgotten about, and he's really cleaned up his act, and it hasn't really distinguished him. But he's been saying for years since those tweets, they were lyrics from certain rap songs that he likes. And he was a young kid. And we can't just sit here like as a media outlet saying, oh, we've all done stupid shit. Let's not admit.
Who wasn't trying to be the Eminem when they're 15, 16 years old, man? Everybody tried and thought they were.
But the difference between Eminem and what Josh Allen said on Twitter is Eminem in any of his songs, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he never uses the N-word in any of his songs.
Nope.
Exactly.
But I mean, listen. I mean, I don't want to get down this rabbit hole. But I mean, besides the fact that the reason that shows like this exist, whether it's the things that we do on our own independently, or when we get together like members of the Wu-Tang Clan and do big shows like this, regardless of what that is, this is happening and becoming more of a frequent thing because places like ESPN that kind of have the monopoly on the sports entertainment and sports reporting world, little corner of the world, are doing things like this. You go back just a few years to Jamel Hill too, and bringing race and racism and throwing these outlandish claims out and stuff like that. So you go back a few years to even that, and then you go today to Dominique Foxworth and Bomani Jones, and it's a continual showing that it's less and less about sports and more about who fits into our idea of what sports should be or who should be in the sports world. I don't want to get down, because we can go down this whole path. We can talk about Shannon, we can talk about Shannon Sharp and everything, and like we can talk about a million other things that populate like this in the sports world. But I mean, that's a rabbit hole that we could talk about for a good 3 or 4 hours, and I don't think people want to hear us talk about that. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. It's just shows like this and people like us are going to keep trying to make something of ourselves on these platforms, whether it be Zoom, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, because people are allowed on TV and radio and say crazy shit like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's crazy. It's crazy to me that you can be, ESPN to me is like it was dead 10 years ago, and it seems like every shit storm that happened, it's ESPN bringing up bullshit that's non-relevant, and just because they're trying to get fucking views and retweets and fucking people on their high horse being some fucking snowflakes, and it's getting annoying, to be honest.
Yeah, perfect example. Remember Keith Olbermann? Basically, he's the one that started it all, basically. And then he ends up being at ESPN. He leaves ESPN, goes to MSNBC, which nobody watches. And then he comes back to ESPN, gets ESPN into a lot of controversy because of the fact that he's tying the political world along with the sports world. And he literally has probably like 85% of the viewers disagreeing with him. And however anyone wants to perceive that's up to them. I'm not going to say, hey, think one way or the other or whatnot. But Olbermann's the one that really started what we're seeing now with ESPN, and especially now with what you had mentioned earlier a couple of years ago, and then of course with Dominique Foxworth. I mean, come on. I mean, the bottom line is this: Josh Allen's a baller. He's proven himself already. He's going to keep getting better easily. With the draft class, when you have Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Darnold, and Rosen, Josh Allen and
Jackson.
Yeah, you basically, there's like choice 1A and 1B. Everybody else is way below.
What about Baker Mayfield?
He'd probably be like second choice, but I would basically put Allen and Lamar Jackson right up at the top. I mean, I'd go either one, but I do think Allen has still like long-term potential in terms of the arm. I think he gets the edge based on that.
He has a higher ceiling. But hey, speaking of snowflakes, snowflakes were falling when the Buffalo Bills defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Speaking of snowflakes, it's fucking snowing outside my house right now.
Hey, by the way,
I
I called the score pretty much to a T, and Bobby's sending me Dunkin' Donuts coffee because of this.
Nice.
Want to tell him the bet, Adam, that we made, and then now I have to do it?
Oh, I said that if I was within how many points? I don't know. I was too close to call it anyway. I said 28-14.
Yeah, and I said 27-20 was going to be the final score. And normally I don't like to make those kind of predictions because usually they come back to bite me, so I don't like to make them. But he was so convinced that he was going to be right, and he was right for the majority of it. He was very close. It wasn't exactly like it was going to be, but he was pretty close. So now I have to go out and send him Dunkin' Donuts.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So he appealed to your competitive side, and he won.
Yeah, I had to concede. I conceded, and I said, listen, bro, congratulations. You're going to get Dunkin' Donuts a little after Christmas, but it will come to your doorstep. I promise you. It will be shipped to Toronto. I guarantee you.
Not Toronto, it's Sarnia, goddammit.
Whatever. It's near Toronto, so fuck you.
Yeah, it's on the other side of the province.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to hear something really interesting? So leading up to the game against the Denver Broncos, Drew Lock is so full of himself. Did anybody see what he said earlier today?
You know what? You
No.
can't be on such a high horse just for beating the Panthers, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, what he said earlier today about Tre'Davious White will make everybody in this show laugh. So,
Oh boy.
yeah, you're going to like this. So Drew Lock is talking about Tre'Davious White in this situation, and he really believes that he can shut him down. He said this, in quote, he's an extremely talented corner, but it's not going to be something that scares you off of a throw or scares you off of a matchup. If my read takes me to him and I need to throw the ball, there will be no second guess about throwing it.
He gonna get sacked the fuck out.
Wow.
Trey
Wow.
White, cornerback in the league.
Wait till that comes back to haunt him this Saturday.
Hey,
Oh,
Drew
yeah.
Luck, you're gonna
Oh
get
my
fucking
gosh.
sacked with 4 times.
His ego's going to get himself hurt.
Right.
Big.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
did you have a death wish in this game or something?
Well, there was already a death wish with Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, he ain't dancing on our logo again.
That was a death wish.
Yeah.
I kind of hate
So
to
you
say
have
it,
chosen
but
death.
I kind of hate to say it, but like, you know, you beat the Panthers. I swear to God, if you think you're king after that, you should probably go back to bed, bud.
Well, it's
Yeah.
almost like what the Jets would think this year if they actually even win a game now that they're 0-13.
Hey, they're going for the perfect season. Just in the wrong
Yeah,
direction.
perfect.
I want, you know what though? I was talking about this really quick, and then I'll pivot back to the Bills. I want the Jets to win one game.
No.
I
Yeah,
want them to
because
be- Hey,
What-
did they play the
Hang on.
Steelers? Did he play the Steelers?
I
No.
do not know. The reason I want
I'm
them
checking
to
the
win a
schedule
game,
right now.
the reason I want the Jets to win one game is if they win one game, the first overall pick reverts to Jacksonville, and they don't get Trevor Lawrence.
Oh.
That's why I want them. And so I don't know if this is I don't know if this will happen or not, but there's an idea that's been floated. It's not a rumor, it's just an idea that's been floated that the Jets do play, I think their last game of the season, possibly second last game of the season, is the Patriots. And that Belichick will sit Cam, play Stidham, and he'll somehow win out against the Jets, defeating them, and then turning, and so that way Belichick can then screw the Jets over so that first round pick reverts. Because if you think about it, does Belichick then want to play Trevor Lawrence
No.
and Josh Allen for the next decade or however long he's with the Patriots? So it would be wonderful if the Patriots would lose to the New Jersey Jets, because
No, you know what's going to
Then
happen?
lose
It's
that
going to be a Cinderella story when they play the Browns. They're going to beat the Browns.
Oh, God. I don't do that.
man,
You're going to
It's
beat
like-
Baker
listen.
Mayfield and the Browns and make them look like fucking idiots.
as long as they win one this year so that they don't get that first overall pick, I'm happy. But
Can't
going
beat no
back,
beating.
Yeah, I don't see it happening, man.
but going back to
Never know.
the Bills, I did catch Drew Lock's comments after I was actually done watching Josh Allen talk to the media, and the two quarterbacks have very different ways of looking at this game. A lot of people said that we were potentially looking at a Buffalo Bills trap game going into Denver, just with the low expectations that everybody has, with Denver being so injury ridden throughout the year. But as Josh pointed out, well, as the reporters pointed out, and Josh also pointed out, even with the injuries, they're still number one in red zone defense. And obviously we know that Josh hasn't given up any interceptions in the red zone to this point. So he made sure to point that out. I just feel like going into this game, we're looking at a different Buffalo Bills than we've been used to in the last couple of years. You're looking at a franchise starting quarterback who is locked on, who is not underestimating the team that he's playing against, because Drew Lock has sparks. He has some sparks of greatness. He does have some moments where he does put the ball where he needs it to be. They have Bradley Chubb on defense. Their special teams isn't that bad. And again, they have the number 1 red zone defense in the National Football League as of right now. So, but listening to Drew Lock and then listening to Josh Allen is almost like listening to 2 different quarterbacks. The Lock seems very cocky coming into this game for somebody that does not deserve to be cocky at this point in time, looking at their record. But then you have Josh Allen, who says this is a better team than their record indicates. They're really good in the red zone. We have to run the ball better than we have been. I feel like he's going to air the ball, or when he does air the ball out next weekend, that he's going to be making not so risky plays like we saw him make in the last couple of weeks against teams like the Steelers.
Gotcha. And actually, we've got a couple comments that have come in too. So, first, I want to give a shout out. We've got Scott Reed, who is with the K-Gun Report. Actually, he's watching us and following along tonight. So, of course, I'll give him a shout. Actually, he has his show on our channel too. So, definitely, he's more than welcome to come on anytime. And then, of course, our good old friend Trevor Howard. You can bet where this is going. And
I know he's gonna say,
"Oh boy."
I know what he's going to say. He's going to say, oh, I can't wait for the Bills-Colts game in January. I can't wait to watch Phillip Rivers beat the shit out of Josh Allen. I'm so fucking excited.
He didn't go to that point. He didn't go to that point yet. But he's saying his first comment, Colts country. Then he's saying Colts are winning Super Bowl 55. Yeah, that ain't happening. And then he talks about Rivers.
Listen.
Drugs.
I don't think, Trevor, no disrespect to you, bud, I don't think that the Bills are even winning the Super Bowl. That being said, though, last time we did this, when the question was asked, who do you think the Bills are going to end up playing? The Colts was one of my answers. And I think hands down, they would be the toughest opponent for us to play against versus like a Cleveland or a Miami. I think it would be a lot tougher to play against the Colts. They've had an amazing defense this year. The only issue is Phillip Rivers. He's not that great of a quarterback. He's never really been that great of a quarterback. And that's no offense to Trevor, no offense to the Colts. It's just I've still to this day don't understand why they signed Phillip Rivers. I think Jacoby Brissett would have been a fantastic starting quarterback going forward. But if we do end up playing Indianapolis, I am hyped for that game, and I think anybody should be hyped for that game.
And then
I have one opinion. I have one opinion to this matter.
Go ahead.
He's obviously on good drugs, and can you please send some to Canada for me?
Nice.
Probably get them cheaper up there.
Yeah, really.
Oh no, bud. We don't get the good medical grade stuff up here.
I didn't say good. I just said cheaper.
You said you didn't want me to do this on camera, Adam. So fuck you. I'm doing it anyway.
Oh my god. See, this is here, folks. Here's an authentic Buffalo Bills fan doing his nails during a podcast.
Yeah, and your point.
And then actually, Trevor ends up saying Michael Pittman Jr. Rookie of the Year.
I don't know if he'll be Rookie of the Year, but definitely wide receiver 1 in Indianapolis after T.Y. retires.
I want to see Trevor on a show one day where Adam is here. In fact, let's get him on the show right now. I want to see a Panthers Colts.
He did say he is at the gym tonight, though.
He's at the gym?
You know what?
But I did send him the
Colts are irrelevant to me. Irrelevant.
And then also show friend and contributor Jeremy McBeth says happy holidays. Same to you, my friend. Come on one of these days. We'll talk some Amherst hockey, because I know you're out in the Rochester area. Unfortunately, we haven't had much in the hockey world. Although there is actually there's 2 things that did come up today. So the first thing, Jaromir Jagr is the ageless one. He's still playing. He's actually signed to play his 33rd professional season overseas.
Jesus Christ, Jagr. Just give up already, for fuck's sakes.
Wait, how old is he?
He's 48.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's literally trying to break Bobby Orr's fucking record.
I mean, it's like literally 33 years in professional hockey. I will give it to him, though. I mean, he is one of the best that we've ever seen.
And he bangs more 18-year-olds than we'll ever see in our lifetime.
And he's not married.
Oh, true.
Okay, Bob.
Man plays hockey now.
I was more concerned about the co-eds he's banging, but yeah, married. Who cares about that?
Hey, I mean, Maximo Fenagenov is 41 years old and he's still playing hockey too.
Yeah.
Oh, Fenagenov still playing?
Oh yeah, no, he's still tearing it up in the KHL.
Oh dang.
Well, of course he is. He's fucking a beast.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is actually the story that came today. So this was reported on Yahoo Sports, but basically he did sign in. He is going to return for a 33rd professional season. He is suiting up for the Kladno Knights of the Czech Republic's top tier Extraliga team or Extraliga league on Wednesday. So, and of course, even better, he's a team president and co-owner of the league, so of that team. So basically, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, so he's gonna be like, you goalie, you leave the net when I shoot, and I score every time. Okay, yeah, no problem.
It's kind of crazy that like NHL scouts go, they live in these countries and they go scout these teams to go draft some of these guys into the NHL. But Yager's like, nah, I'm gonna go play my 33rd season in this league while everybody else I'm playing with is getting drafted to the NHL, and I wasn't even born for 20, 30 years after I got drafted into the NHL.
Yeah. Now
he's like, by the way, I'm just gonna buy the team while I'm at it.
Yeah. Now get this. Actually, here's the stats so far. So he played 24 professional seasons in NHL, 1,733 games, 766 goals, 1,921 points. Then he did 4 seasons in the KHL, 187 games, 82 goals, 183 points. 9 seasons now in the Czech League, 181 games, 84 goals, 201 points. And then across international events, he's played 154 different contests, 55 goals, and 117 points. The dude's still lighting it up.
Consistent as fuck. He's consistent as fuck.
Yeah,
he's so good.
I mean, he's just one of those things. He just keeps going and going like that Energizer Bunny. How you can't destroy it.
I mean, if you can fucking keep up banging like 19, 20-year-olds at his age, like he must be soon doing something right. That's his cardio right there.
Well, yeah, he's fucking chicks all the time.
Yeah, he's not getting married like a moron like you.
Hey, Adam.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's my message. Happy, shut the fuck up.
Hey. Oh, man. But, yeah, so, I mean, on top of that, then, I mean, there was actually a story that came out of Nashville today, how one of their prospects in the Swedish league was actually caught fixing games and cheating.
Ingram, you dirty son of a bitch, you.
Damn. That's sad. Not.
Oh, was that the story of they were up by like 7? It was like 7-2 or something like that, or 7-0, and then the team ended up giving up like the 7 goals to lose. Like they threw the game.
Yeah.
Fucking Cody Ingram.
Yeah. So, or actually Connor Ingram, but yeah,
Connor. Yeah.
Match fixing. So basically, what happened is he was supposed to return to the Swedish league this week. He's actually heading back to North America now, and apparently, what ended up happening is that he was. And this is the hockey Allsvenskan team. I have Björklöven. It's actually like pronounced that. Björklöven. With the Nashville Predators, Connor Ingram in net, they ended up losing 8-4 to Mora IK after jumping out to a 3-0 lead. And then Ingram, who was pulled after 2 periods, allowed 5 goals on 14 total shots. So apparently what's happened now is that there's suspicion that an undetermined number of Björklöven players are involved in fixing the game. So it's not only Ingram that's part of it, but apparently now there's a full investigation on it. And the other thing that came out of it, besides the on-ice play, is that apparently some Swedish sportsbook sites were tipped off during the game about betting irregularities, and then they shut down betting for the rest of the game.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though. I can remember Ingram in like the World Juniors. He wasn't good. He wasn't that good at all. Yeah. So I don't think he fixed it. I don't think he fixed anything. I think maybe it's his teammates. He was never that good. Like I remember watching him. Like he was mediocre at best.
Mm-hmm. The thing about fixing games, though, is it's extremely hard to. Well, first off, it's not extremely hard. If they're dumb about it, then it's obviously extremely easy. But I mean, if cash is being used and they're not using credit or anything like that, like if they're not leaving a paper trail, essentially, then it's going to be extremely hard for them to prove that any games were actually fixed.
Right. I mean, it's happening across all sports. I mean, one thing I think we talked about on the show, a few episodes back, there was the NBA ref Tim Donahue, who ended up getting investigated by the FBI after allegations that he bet on games he officiated during his final 2 seasons as being a ref. And then he got arrested by the federal police and pled guilty to 2 charges related to the gambling scandal. And he spent 11 months behind bars in federal prison, of all places. But yeah, and it's all point shaving. I mean, that's happened in the NBA before. Then of course they had everyone remembers the whole Pete Rose scandal that came out back in the late 80s, early 90s. So it happens. People will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even.
Oh,
I don't
and
even
guess
watch
what?
it.
Trevor's going to jump on in a few moments.
Oh God!
So we're going to have. So Adam, you're going to get your wish.
Here we go.
In fact, here he is. So.
Oh boy.
So basically, we're going to have some fun with this because I know Trevor's wanted to jump on, and this is going to be a first, him versus Luffy. I'm going to love this. Hey.
Oh.
How we doing, schmucks?
Hey, doing good. You're fresh off.
Oh, God, I already hate this guy.
Jim.
Hey, I defended the Colts because you weren't here, so.
Yeah. So he's the only one that defended this team. You guys are just scared. You guys are just scared of the Colts.
Oh, and by the way, give him a proper happy birthday because he just hit his 20th birthday the other day.
Congratulations, Joel.
Happy birthday.
Hey, happy
man.
birthday.
It's the most pointless age ever because you can't.
Yeah.
It's pretty much turning 19 twice.
Did you your second ball just drop?
Yeah, third one actually.
I figured so.
Third one.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Just saying it this way. Next year you're legal in the United States. Finally, you're legal in one country. That's over in Canada, where Luffy's from.
Yeah, come on up, bud. We'll get you some good weed, eh?
Dude, invite me. I'm down. Let's go.
But
Yeah,
You're gonna have to swim across. Hey, you're gonna have to swim across the river to get there, though.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah,
No problem.
Yeah, just pray Coast Guard don't find you.
I'm not afraid of them.
use
Fuck out of here.
Use a snorkel, bud. You'll get across easy.
Yeah, get some floaties too. Probably that current's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And throw on like that little nice little diving suit so you don't get hypothermia this time of year or something.
I'm not afraid of that. Not afraid of that.
That's all good.
Okay. So, anyways, you're a Rivers fan, eh?
Yeah, I just want to know, like, which one of you guys were talking shit?
Oh, I'm always talking shit. That'd be me.
Oh, well, Rivers is the truth for 2020.
Oh my God. You need help. Do you need to talk to somebody? Do you need a hug?
Me? Look at his stats, dude. You guys called him washed up in 2019, throwing 23 touchdowns, 20 picks. Look at his stats now, boss.
Okay, man. I'm just saying, one hit wonder.
What is that?
Limp Bizkit, Rollin'. That song, remember that?
Yeah, dude. That used to be the Bandits' freaking goal song.
That's what I mean. So Philip Rivers, one hit wonder.
Nah, he's a beast. He just doesn't have a ring yet.
Hey, so was Cam Newton when his mediocre season.
Well, he is like miles worse than Philip Rivers.
Oh no.
Oh, Cam Newton
mediocre quarterback, just like Philip Rivers.
What? Because he has like 10 rushing touchdowns, he's better than Philip Rivers. Is that what we're saying right now?
I'm going to tell you this, okay? This is a true fact. A true fact is that even Teddy Bridgewater is 10 times better than Philip Rivers.
Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Oh, dude, I'm not even joking.
Bullshit. Teddy Bridgewater.
Christian McCaffrey could probably throw better than Philip Rivers.
What is Teddy Bridgewater's average QBR this year? I'll tell you.
Let's find out.
Oh my! You know what? On a team he's on, it can't be that bad. It's probably bad, but not that bad.
All I know is that Indianapolis didn't lose to Atlanta this year, so that's something.
Atlanta's just a dumpster fire right now.
All right. So to answer your question, Teddy Bridgewater's QBR rating this year is a 70.7 completion rating with over 3,000 passing yards with 14 touchdowns.
Okay, well, Rivers has an average rating of a 97.4, so flex.
Okay, one hit wonder again.
Colts go to the Super Bowl. Colts are going to the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, you're delirious.
Yo, you know what? You want to see some? Hang on. Let me just
Anybody want popcorn? I'll get some butter.
Hey, listen to me. Okay, let's get back to the real word. Come back to the real word. Come back down. Are you good now? Anyways, so who today would the Colts play in the first round?
The Buffalo Jills.
Oh my God, Allen would destroy you. Just fucking destroy you guys.
We have a score prediction on that because the Colts are the second overall defense in the league right now. So don't.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If it started today, I'll tell you that the Bills would beat them 36-12.
12. So what are we kicking 4 field goals here? Is that what we're saying?
Because you got nothing else. Because Phillip Rivers is a bum.
I'll tell you what we got. We got T.Y. Hilton. We got Jonathan Taylor. We got Phillip Rivers. We got Michael Pittman Jr. We got Zach Pascal. We got Trey Burton. Jack Doyle. Shut your bitch ass up.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll tell you what. As a Panthers fan, I have McCaffrey. That's all I got.
Well, all I need is Jonathan Taylor and Naeem Hines. We don't need that Trent Richardson shit anymore.
You traded a first-round pick for Trent Richardson, just as a friendly reminder.
From Cleveland.
At least
of all teams.
At least the Colts didn't have a 17-year playoff drought. That must have sucked, but
at least the Colts lost to the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
Years ago, is that what we're doing? At least the Colts didn't miss it wide right. At least it was kind of a 14-point game. And
why the fuck are you talking? You live in Buffalo. What are you talking about?
I'm not a Colts fan, Bobby. I'm not a Bills fan.
Wait, you just said you're not a Colts fan? And you're
oh my God! You
heard it right. You heard it right here, folks.
So are you being a Colts fan for show?
Video proof.
You live in Long Island, correct me if I'm wrong, and you root for the Bills. Why?
Because they're the only New York team. Boom.
No, because he was so butthurt that Tavares left Long Island.
What does that have to do with what I'm talking about?
Bobby, you should be a Jets fan, bro.
A what?
Jets fan.
A Jets fan? They play in Jersey. So do the Giants.
You should still be a Jets fan.
I want to see the Jets succeed. They're going to beat the Browns.
Fuck the Jets.
The Jets are going to ruin Trevor Lawrence when he gets there. Just saying, guys.
No, they're not, because you're going to get one win. They're going to get one win. It's going to be against the Browns, their next game.
Well, who do they play next?
They play the
Rams, Browns,
the Patriots.
Yeah.
I don't see them beating anybody. I can see the Browns spanking them.
No.
The thing is,
they almost beat the Patriots. So
the thing is, if they get one win, the first overall pick reverts to Jacksonville, and so that means
I'm just saying. The fucking beat the fucking Steelers. What's that team? The
Bills.
Oh, no,
Washington.
not the Bills.
The Washington.
Yes.
Washington.
If they can beat the Steelers, then the fucking Giants can beat the Browns. I'm sorry to tell you.
Giants or Jets?
What are you eating?
Jets. Sorry, my bad.
Daniel Jones is hurting you.
JEST. Suck.
We can all agree on that.
I hate the Jets.
Well, yeah.
I wonder why Adam Gase
Nobody
still
likes
not
the
fired.
Jets.
Yo, can we just talk about how Jacoby Brissett's better than Josh Allen?
No,
Oh
you're
my
on
God.
Okay,
Joe.
listen. Don't even.
He's
start
definitely
there,
not
bro.
better, but
Don't even start there.
He's definitely not better. But Jacoby Brissett, people do need to put more respect on him.
I have a better question. Can we talk about how the fact that the Colts ruined Andrew Luck's career?
The
Oh.
Is it the Colts or the GM? And you shouldn't even be talking, Mr. We had EJ Manuel, Tyrod Taylor, JP Lossman. How many quarterbacks have you fucking ruined?
Rob Johnson.
All right, but listen, wait though. I want to point something out here. Bobby wanted Rosen over fucking Allen. Just saying.
I did. I admitted it.
Wow.
I admitted
Yeah,
it.
we've talked about it on the show before.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were such a hard on for Rosen. You're like, oh, Rosen.
I didn't want Robert Griffin III. I didn't want RG3. Fuck him. I wanted Andrew Luck.
Yeah, and you ruined the best quarterback prospect since Peyton Manning.
I ruined it. I ruined him. I'm just a fan, Bobby.
Yeah, I know. We all are. But we're just acknowledging how much of a shit show the glue factory is with Andrew Luck over there, which is why you got spanked by the Patriots, even despite all the Deflategate bullshit.
Dude,
Andrew Luck
took a 6-10 team to 3 straight division title wins. Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, wait. Okay, so you're saying the Patriots spanked the Colts this year?
No, I'm saying
this
the
year.
AFC Championship game, the year of the Deflategate.
Yeah, Bobby's going back 5 years. Yeah, Bobby's going back 5.5 years like he usually does. We're talking about the 2020 Colts. Andrew Luck's been gone for 2 years, man.
Isn't that not depressing?
He's also a Sabres fan, so you can see why he goes back years.
I'm a Sabres fan too. Yeah, we're all Sabres fans here, aren't we? Except maybe not you.
Except for Sean.
No, I'm a Leafs fan, bud. I'm a Leafs fan.
Also like the Sabres.
Yeah.
And you like I don't have a problem. You're a Panthers fan, right? Like Carolina?
Yes.
Don't have a problem with that, but since you're a fucking Leafs fan, you have a reserved spot in hell.
Yeah, I do. Actually, I had it before I was a Leafs fan. But
well, I hate when Sabres fans say like losers since '67 when the Sabres have been losers since '70. So I don't
made the playoffs and since when?
2011 when they barely fucking squeaked in. They haven't won a series since 2007.
Well, neither had the Leafs, man. Don't feel bad.
At least the Leafs can make the fucking dance once in a while. The Sabres finished 24th, 30th.
Dude, with their fucking roster, we shouldn't be going way past the first round.
Yeah, I've said this before, but thanks for picking up the Buffalo Sabre rejects.
Yes. Thank you for that, bro. Enjoy Jimmy Vesey. I fucking hated him ever since we signed him. I'm like,
he's just a fourth line fucking player. Why is everyone making a big deal over signing Jimmy Vesey?
What about Stanley Cup champ Zach Bogosian? Enjoy him too.
Dude, another fucking replacement when we need him.
Anybody want eggnog while these two fight? Anybody want eggnog?
Bobby, shut the fuck up.
Yo, back to the Andrew Luck thing. You guys cannot say he was a shitty quarterback or a bust because he took
a shit quarterback with no talent.
He took a team that should have been 5-11 to 3 straight 11-5 seasons. All of them were division wins. Suck me.
Yeah, did he get past anywhere in the playoffs though? Did he go far?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. He led the second biggest postseason comeback in playoff history, beating the Kansas City Chiefs. They were down 38-10.
You didn't answer my question.
And they won 45. They went to the AFC Championship with Luck. So that's far in your opinion. He went pretty far.
Okay, well, if he did something in the playoffs, it means he was useful.
Yeah.
But the Colts ruin every good quarterback like John Elway.
That is such a lie. That is such a fucking lie.
Literally Peyton Manning.
Did he ruin Peyton Manning? Did he ruin Peyton Manning?
He's the only quarterback that I ever remember out of Indianapolis that was good. That's the only one I actually remember that was
Come on. If there's anything the Colts should not be getting any credit for, it's for beating the shit out of Rex Grossman in the fucking Super Bowl.
Trevor, when did Luck get drafted and start for the Colts? What year?
He got drafted in 2012 after Peyton Manning broke his freaking neck in 2011.
All right, so did he start in what year did he start?
He started right away, 2012 up to 2018 or 2019, whatever you want to say.
All right, so 2012 playoffs, Colts made the wild card and lost to Baltimore.
Yeah, who were the Super Bowl champs, by the way? Yep, that year. 2013 wild card win against Kansas City. Yep,
and division loss to the Patriots. 2014 wild card and division win against Cincinnati and Denver, respectively. Lost in conference championship to Denver, and then 2018 with a win against the Houston Texans and a loss against the Kansas City Chiefs in the division.
Yep.
So Luck's playoff performance was mediocre to say.
He was 4-5 in the playoffs, I believe it was his record, 4-5.
No.
Yep.
But I'm going back. Bobby, what were you saying, Rex Grossman? Did you see the teams that the Colts beat to get to that Super Bowl?
Tom Brady and a bunch of other schlocks.
They faced against the best running back in the league at the time in Larry Johnson and the Kansas City Chiefs. Then they had to play against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore, where they won. And then they had to come back at home to beat the Patriots. So, yes, they beat Rex Grossman, but they beat key teams to get there.
Yeah, the only real obstacle at the time was
No, I'm kind of confused at this point. So you live in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And you're a Colts fan, but you're a Sabres fan.
I'm a Colts fan all because of Manning and Reggie Wayne. I love those guys, and I just became a fan. Sabres all the way. And the Bandits. You can't knock the Bandits either. Bandits are a great team.
I don't watch lacrosse, but I heard that there was a merger between the MPPL and whatever that is and Major League Lacrosse that got merged today and now becoming one big company.
Yeah, the PLL is expanding. So they brought back the Boston Cannons, the old Major League Lacrosse team, and they're bringing in the New York Lizards to the PLL. So, yeah, I already said Boston. So, yeah, PLL is on the rise.
Seems like it. But, yeah, I just want to confess real quick.
You're gay?
No. No, I was gonna say, Trevor's eyebrows go all the way down when he gets so butthurt so easily when you talk about the Colts of how bad
eyebrows go down.
Dude, I'm telling you, even if the Bills play the Colts in the playoffs, you're not gonna get very far. It's like relying on Joe Biden to be president.
What's the record? What's the Colts record right now?
What's the record
right now?
Colts record? I don't.
Yeah. You don't even know
You're
their
a Colts
record.
fan.
Shut the fuck up. You don't even know their record.
The Colts, I'm pretty sure there's something like 8-5 or
9-4. 9-4.
Okay, close enough. But still, listen, you have an old man like Joe Biden to be your quarterback. You need a young, fresh blood QB. Indianapolis, wake the fuck up. You even said it yourself, Trevor.
Bobby, stop chirping because I'm pretty sure if Buffalo doesn't bring their run game, man, they're going to be in trouble.
Bobby.
What?
Bobby. My brain cells listening to you talk right now about the Colts are shooting themselves in the head.
Why? Because we know it's.
How does one brain cell shoot itself?
Bobby, listen to Bobby. My brain cells will find a way to kill themselves.
Well,
I hope one brain cell has a gun.
Well, let's see. Andrew Luck, that was definitely in the glue factory. What else?
What the fuck is a glue factory? What the fuck are you spewing out right now?
What do you think horses are made out of? They're made out of fucking glue. Glue comes from horses.
From a horse.
What the fuck are you? I'm way too stoned for this. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, I'm just going to strangle myself.
Okay, if you ever read the book Animal Farm in the ending where it's like where the
Bobby, jokes aren't funny when you have to explain them.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody gets
he
it.
asked me what the fuck am I talking about, so I'm going to explain it.
So you switch up to a different analogy.
Andrew Luck's a great quarterback. Kiss my ass.
And John Elway, and you know what? I will say this. John Elway knew what the fuck he was doing in the 80s when he avoided the Baltimore Colts and went to Denver and won 2 Super Bowls. So
okay, Bobby, shut up for 1 second. Shut up.
Oh my God.
Shut up, Bobby. Anyways, Tom, are you still here or what?
Yeah, I'm loving you guys. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just trying to check. I was like, I hadn't seen Tom in like 20 minutes at least.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm just like laughing here watching you guys.
Are we really going back to 1983?
Listen, if Luck had still stayed in the league and was playing for undoubtedly he'd still be playing for the Colts today. Yeah. If he had the team that they've built with Frank Reich there now, hands down, they would have been still going into playoff games.
See, he knows what he's talking about, Bobby. Ryan knows what he's talking about.
He's a blowhard. Ryan is a blowhard.
No. It's called not being a homer. Listen, Andrew Luck. I called Andrew Luck's retirement 2 weeks before he announced his retirement. Okay.
Yeah, that was because you ran off the fucking ESPN.
That was shit. His timing when he retired, that was shit. That was shit.
But if you listen, I have been saying this for the last 2-something years. I've been saying, look at Cleveland. I've been saying, look at Indianapolis. I've been saying, look at Arizona, look at these 3 teams that are going to be up-and-coming teams within the next couple of years. And everybody said, you're fucking crazy. Absolutely nothing. Arizona's revolutionizing the defense with players like Isaiah Simmons. You then turn around and the Colts are building almost the exact same way that the Bills are. And Baker Mayfield isn't a bad quarterback. He just didn't have a system, and it was changing every 5 seconds. And he finally found a good head coach and staff under Kevin Stefanski. So it's not like I'm being a blowhard. I'm just not being a homer and saying that Josh Allen is, to everybody else. The Colts, the Cardinals, and the Browns have been up-and-coming teams for the last however many years, and now add Miami to that list too.
Yo, guys, how about this? How about this, real quick? Rivers is 39 years old. He's throwing 20 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Don't you think for a 39-year-old that's pretty damn good?
Yeah, but it's a 1-year wonder bread. There's a reason why he's on a 1-year contract. You're going to need a quarterback regardless what happens.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is also not 39 years old, but
and the difference between Phillip Rivers and Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers is in the top 3 conversation for MVP. Phillip Rivers is not.
Aaron Rodgers, those quarterbacks don't come around too often, man. Like Aaron Rodgers is a different breed. Dude, he's like up there with Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. Like Aaron Rodgers is a beast, and he has a Super Bowl ring to back that up. So,
I swear, Aaron Rodgers should be included in the GOAT conversation.
He definitely is.
I agree. I agree.
Great quarterback.
He's playing the best football that he's probably ever played in the last almost 5 to 7 years.
Dude, look at his stats. If you look at his stats compared to like some of the so-called best quarterbacks in the fucking league, Aaron Rodgers is over them by like a lot.
Yeah, and they traded up to draft Jordan Love, which blew my mind. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Aaron Rodgers has at least 2 more years of good fucking playing him. I know it.
He wants to play for at least another decade, and I'm sure that he will. It just probably won't be in Green Bay.
Who's better right now? Right now, who's better? I want to hear it. Rivers or Newton?
Newton. You know what? I love my boy Cam Newton, and I have to say that Rivers is better. Obviously.
Yeah.
Well, you're comparing.
Even though I love Newton, he's the reason I got into football to begin with was Newton because he's such a burst of the whole mediocre quarterback. But yeah, I gotta be realistic.
Who said Newton? I heard somebody say it.
No, I didn't say.
Why do you say Newton? 5 touchdowns.
He's just trying to be a dick. He's just trying to be a dick.
An average QBR of a 78.9. How the fuck is Newton better than Rivers? What morons!
Now, granted,
he's just trying to get a rise at you. He knows Rivers is better.
Yes, he does. If you sit there, okay, 2 things. One, if you sit there and you look at comparing Rivers and Newton is like comparing apples to oranges. They're 2 different quarterbacks. They're 2 different quarterbacks, but that doesn't matter. If you're looking at right now who's performing better, the obvious answer is Rivers. But the second part of that conversation is Rivers is surrounded by a more complete team. This Patriots team is being held together with like chewing gum and the wrappers of said chewing gum.
Newton was thrown to the wolves.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing. Yeah, there's absolutely really no comparison between the 2 of them because A, they're different quarterbacks, and B, the teams that are around them look completely different. And that's taking the coaches out of the conversation altogether because, again, when you're on the field, the decision-making is going to be up to the quarterback in that moment. So that's taking coaching completely out of the conversation. But even with Belichick and Frank Reich involved in that conversation, factoring those 2 into the equation, I'm still gonna take Phillip Rivers over Cam Newton.
But here's the thing too. The thing is too that I always we brought it up before how Josh Allen is like Cam Newton but better. So and they're experts at it to say this. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I can see it because he's big, he can fucking run it, and he's smart with throwing the ball. But the thing Newton doesn't have that Allen has is his accuracy. He doesn't have that fucking hit you in the chest every fucking time accuracy. He doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Well, how about something?
That's what separates Cam Newton from Josh Allen is from being an elite quarterback to a mediocre quarterback.
And I don't even think that it's fair to say that like Allen is like Newton. Like you said, a lot of people in the media and a lot of the analysts are, compare Josh to somebody like Cam Newton, but that's just because Allen is mobile and Newton is mobile. Allen is like a mix of a bunch of different quarterbacks. He has a little bit of Newton in him. He has a little bit of Patrick Mahomes. He has that spin that he puts on the ball. He has some Aaron Rodgers too. Like he's just a culmination of all these quarterbacks, and he's not even at his ceiling yet.
Dude, I think his best accuracy is his fucking strength. Yeah. He can hit you from anywhere.
Josh Allen reminds me of a young Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I didn't hear that one before, but yeah, that makes sense.
Like look at their throwing motion, look at their deep ball. It is almost a mirrored image of each other.
How many people this past weekend after the game on Monday were just like, yeah, like this is like watching the Bills was like watching the Steelers, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, like the Steelers with Hines Ward and Antoine Randall and all those guys and Jerome Bettis, Heath Miller. Yeah. So many. I mean, the Bills have a lot of weapons. The Steelers back then had a lot of weapons. It's almost a mirror image of each other. Like Josh Allen has the potential to take the Bills the distance, take them pretty far. But do you guys think that the defense is good enough to make a Super Bowl run?
Yes.
I don't think it's that this year. I don't think it's this year. No.
No, I agree with Adam. I think the biggest fault is obviously, and we're all going to agree with this, is the run game. And I think that Star missing and opting out of the season is a massive.
Star. He told me that the run game wasn't an issue, and I'm just like, man, like
the run game is a massive issue. Again, I am more afraid. Going back to last week's conversation, if we're looking at Miami, the Colts, and Indianapolis, I am more afraid of Indianapolis because every running back in that Indianapolis room is a RB1 on any team. Nyheim Hines, who almost barely gets touches, is literally an RB1 on any other team.
Yeah, I don't know about Jordan Wilkins, though. Like, Wilkins is okay. He's more of a catching back. But
right.
If you're talking about guys like Marlon Mack and Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack when he's actually healthy, and you have Jonathan Taylor and a Nyheim Hines, I can agree with you. Like, they both can do some damage on other teams as an RB1, but not so much Wilkins.
Right, but any of those guys that the Colts, again, that's why I'm more scared to face the Colts, because it's literally going to be like a play for play, knock down, drag out brawl if we end up playing them, because the Colts run game is so good that we're not going to be able to stop it, because each RB brings something different to the table each time they touch that ball.
Well, the only thing you can hope for is the fact that Josh Allen's on his fucking game, and he has doesn't miss anything, because getting a first down on 1 or 2 yards, like I can't even see him getting that against the Colts.
Well, look at the secondary. I think the secondary is kind of underrated. Well, you have the rookie Julian Blackmon, who's a 3rd round pick out of Utah, who's been doing some damage this year a lot. Kenny Moore with that one-handed interception against the Raiders, that was spectacular. And other players in that secondary too, but you also got to talk about that front seven with DeForest Buckner and Danico Autry, and just that, and Darius Leonard and Anthony Walker, like those the group of linebackers. Like, no wonder this defense is top 5, and I don't feel like it's talked about enough. I don't feel like the Colts in general are talked about enough by the media.
I don't see the Bills having any issues taking down the Colts defense, because listen, they just took down 2 teams in the top 10 among defense with San Francisco and Pittsburgh. So I think if they're able to get past those 2 guys, they should have zero issue getting past Indianapolis within any.
Dude, look at Pittsburgh's games, man. Pittsburgh's games, like there's like 8 of their games they could have lost by 1 point, 2 points.
True. That's true. But they still have a good defense.
Yeah, but they're not.
I don't know if Pittsburgh doesn't necessarily have a good defense. They have a good Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, they do, and they fleeced Miami to get him. So,
oh, absolutely, man. And it's not to say that there's not good players on their defense, but Minkah Fitzpatrick makes the majority of their plays, and so that's why they're winning. But again, you go back to the Dallas Steelers game, Pittsburgh was losing that game in the first half. Like, they were literally behind by a touchdown or 2 in that first half, and they somehow pulled it back out with interceptions and fumbles to come back.
Pittsburgh has so many flaws. Like, they were the worst excuse of an 11-0 team I've ever seen. Like, you look at the 72 Dolphins, the 07 Patriots, and then the Steelers are just like, how are you guys 11-0?
By having the 30th easy schedule in the NFL this season. That's
what I mean. Their schedule was pretty fucking easy up till they played the Bills. Opposite of that, it didn't really have, other than I think they played the Ravens, right?
Yeah, they did. Well, yeah, because the Ravens are in their division, so they played the Ravens twice a year,
and the Bengals twice, and one time was with Brendan Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah, and then Cleveland twice. Now, here's the thing. Let's be fair about this. The Kansas City Chiefs also had the easiest schedule, and they struggled during some games too. If Buffalo didn't switch to that, and I don't understand why Frazier does this, but if we get up by like 2 and we're in like the third quarter, Frazier's like, well, let's just switch to like a prevent style D, and then we end up almost losing games. Like, we could have legitimately beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and they also had like one of the easiest schedules. They had like the 28th or 29th easiest schedule in the league this year.
Well, that's the reason. This is the reason when they get in the fucking playoffs, everyone's going to pick them as a fucking favorite. They're going to be like, oh, the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl again. And they're going to fucking falter to a team they shouldn't lose to.
You know, like, this is why I keep saying that McDermott needs to take back control of the defense. That's my thing. Frazier can stay all he wants, but McDermott needs to have control of the defense again.
Speaking of prevent defense, how about that Jets-Raiders game when the Jets sent 8 after the quarterback and left Henry Ruggs one-on-one in the end zone?
Zero coverage.
Gosh.
Greg Williams did that on purpose. He did that on purpose.
That was a cover 0. I don't even know what. You should have had 8 guys, 9 guys in the secondary. I don't give a fuck. Like, what the hell was that?
That's bad coaching right there, 101.
It's Greg Williams already knowing that he's being fired and just sending a big middle finger to Adam.
Yeah, he's like,
his way out the door.
I got a big fuck you for you guys. Here you go.
Yeah, he was already fired. He was already fired before that happened, but that just A, solidified it, and B, was just a big FU to Adam Gase and the staff on the way out the door.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a solution for your like Colts and Bills game. You want the Colts to win? Well, I'll give you DJ Moore from the Panthers. He'll help you win.
I don't think we need DJ Moore. I think
Dude, he'd fucking help you a heap.
I mean, I think we just need to stick with running the ball when we should run the ball, because Frank Reich has been the worst part of this team this year. And if you guys watch any of the Colts games, you guys are aware of this. I don't know. Like, if you guys watched that Texans game, I almost had a fucking aneurysm up here watching that game. Nyheim Hines took 2 punt returns for a touchdown. They both got waived off for penalties, and they decided to go for it on 4th and goal. They're up 24-20. If they score a touchdown, they make it 31-20, end the game right there. They run it out of the fucking shotgun to their 196-pound running back, Nyheim Hines. I'm like, if it's a 4th and inches at the 5, you give it to Taylor all day. You give it to your 230-pound back, Taylor. You get that first down. You get the touchdown. You end the game. They got lucky in that game. That was ridiculous.
Well,
and I know you guys as Bills fans, like Frank Reich, there's a special place in your guys' hearts for Frank Reich and the unbelievable comeback against the Oilers. But as a coach, man, he's just been pissing me off.
So wait a minute, and you firmly believe that the Colts actually have a legitimate shot to beat the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs,
Absolutely.
Especially the fact that Frank Reich pisses you off.
Absolutely, the Colts do have.
Even as sit down and shut the fuck up.
Wait, yo. Even as a Bills fan, going back to what I said before, the Colts run game alone, no matter who they give it to,
defense wins fucking championships, loser.
Me?
Yeah.
You have to shut down the run game, or you have to develop one really quickly.
Lost to the fucking Texans.
We didn't lose to the Texans.
I said you almost did.
Yeah, almost did. We didn't. Almost is only counts in horseshoes.
Deshaun Watson did not fumble that ball at the 5-yard line. I fucking guarantee you that the Colts would be the biggest laughingstock next to Jacksonville in that entire fucking week.
Next to Jacksonville. Are you fucking high?
I am not even close to high, and that's a fact. And you know damn well I know.
I am.
Yeah. Dude, even if they scored that touchdown, they would have had 1:20 to go down the field and kick a game-winning fucking field goal.
Yeah, if you were even able to do it.
Dude, defense wins championships. Look at the Trent Dilfer Ravens, okay? Look at the freaking 2015 Panthers. Look at the
love for the Panthers. I love that shit.
Look at the 2015 Broncos. The Colts are the number 2 overall defense. If you think Josh Allen's just going to throw 500 fucking yards on that defense, you're fucking high.
Really? Because I've heard a lot of people say that, and Josh Allen got the job done. So what are you complying?
Dude, look at the defense. And what does Ray Lewis say all the time? Defense does what? Defense wins championships. So the fucking Ravens won the Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer because of how great their defense was. Look at this young Colts defense.
Bobby, you have to look at it this way, Bobby.
Second overall in the league. Second overall, and like the youngest defense in the league.
I just love.
You have to look at it this way, Bobby. It's the same for every sport. It's the same for every sport. If you look at playoffs in hockey, how does it go? The grinders and the fucking hitters come out and they fucking trash teams. And they fucking win playoff games because of defense.
And all you have to do is make the playoffs and anything can happen. The Tennessee Titans made the AFC Championship with a 9-7 record last year.
Yeah, because the Titans have a good offense. The Titans defense is subpar this year, and we all know it. And yeah, the Titans are going to make the playoffs, but they'll probably be first round bound to get out in the first round just because the only thing they can rely on is Derrick Henry, and we all know it.
That's what we can agree on. Ryan Tannehill's a bitch. All they can rely on is Derrick Henry. If they don't have Derrick Henry, the Titans are 5-11. Change my mind.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. Here's something that'll change your mind. My friend Jack, who I told you before in the past as a Jet fan, he firmly believes that Ryan Tannehill is better than Josh Allen because he won a playoff game.
What the fuck? Dude, don't talk to Jets fans anymore, Bobby. That's my thing to you. Don't talk to Jets fans.
I'm surrounded by them. What do you want me to do?
Ryan Tannehill is a bum. He sucks. He's been blessed with A.J. Brown and Corey Davis and Derrick Henry. He's riding their coattails the entire year. Ryan Tannehill sucks.
How many times have I come on here and said almost the exact same thing? If you can give a mediocre to average quarterback a stellar team and you can win a Super Bowl. Cam Newton. Go ahead.
Put freaking Mark Sanchez with A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, and Corey Davis, and he'll probably go 10-6.
You can I think Josh Rosen, and I've said this before, I don't think that he got a fair shake, but I don't think that he's a franchise quarterback either. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback, but if you put a good team and you build an actual team around Josh Rosen can win you games and probably get you pretty far into a playoffs.
I agree. He got the short end of the stick in Arizona.
He did.
His confidence was shot. And if you lose your confidence as a young quarterback in the league, you're done. You're not coming back after that. You're done.
I think same thing with Sam Darnold. I think that Adam Gase is 100% the reason why, pretty much all of the Jets, but it starts with Adam Gase. Adam Gase is the reason why he doesn't have any success. If he goes anywhere else and they build a legitimate team around him, say he somehow ends up in Pittsburgh and fills in for Ben, because obviously Hodges and Rudolph aren't going to be the answer after Ben is gone. Say he ends up in Pittsburgh. Put him with a coach like Mike Tom. Yeah, put Sam Darnold in there with Mike Tomlin. Put him in there with some of those up-and-coming offensive weapons. Throw some new ones in there. Clear out some of the old cap. Give it 2 to 3 years. And Sam Darnold is 100% competing against Josh Allen in the AFC championship, along with Kansas City. All those three teams are going to be going head-to-head.
There's been rumors linking Indy to Sam Darnold. I personally don't want it, but I mean, if he wants to save his career, if I want him to succeed, I mean, I think Indy would be a good spot for him with all these young weapons on offense and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to him going to Pittsburgh, or maybe, I don't know, maybe Philly. Maybe he can bail their ass out. I don't know.
Do you watch Pat McAfee?
Of course I do. I love Pat McAfee.
Yeah. How many times have people called in over the last week talking about Carson Wentz to Indianapolis?
Dude, it's a joke. I wouldn't trade a 5th rounder for Carson Wentz.
He has absolutely no trade value.
He's shot. He's done. His confidence is done. And they're like, reunite him with Frank Reich. He used to be the quarterback coach in Philly. I'm like, he's still gonna suck. Yeah, he didn't win the Super Bowl. Nick Foles did.
Well, Nick Foles is in a different system when he was with Carson Wentz. He wasn't even supposed to play in that game. And all of a sudden, Big Dick Nick comes out of nowhere and just saves the Eagles season. And all of a sudden, they make the playoffs. And it's just like, oh, my God, he's the best thing ever.
And they killed
the first
that game.
The first mistake that sent the Eagles on a decline was trading Foles. That was the end of any hopes that they had of returning to the playoffs, returning to another Super Bowl. How do you take a Super Bowl team that won with a backup quarterback, got through the playoffs and won the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback, and turn it to this sorry excuse of a dumpster fire in 3 years?
Because they
by trading Nick Foles.
They gave him to Jacksonville, and then that week 1 game he broke his collarbone. I believe he did. And
and now he's in Chicago, and for some reason Matt Nagy keeps saying, "Oh yeah, well we're just going to start Trubisky. We're going to bench Foles and start Trubisky because somehow Trubisky is a better option than Big Dick Nick Foles."
Even though the Bears declined Mitch Trubisky's 5th-year option, he's still better, I guess. I don't understand Matt Nagy at all. They literally declined his 5th-year option. He's going to be a backup somewhere after this year.
So Mitch Trubisky?
No, Mitch Trubisky is going to – listen, here's what's going to happen. The Jets are going to win a game. The first overall pick is going to go to Jacksonville. The Jets are going to keep Gase. They're going to let Sam Darnold go, and then Mitch Trubisky is going to end up, and Gase is going to tout him as the second coming of Jesus, and they're going to win the Super Bowl, and they're going to go 0-16 next year.
They're not going to – first off, I'm just going to stop you right there. First off, the Jets are firing Adam Gase. I've already heard enough reports saying they're going to do so, and that's going to come after in 2 weeks. We already know that's going to happen. Second, even if the Jets did get Trevor Lawrence, it's still not going to change the fact they have all these draft picks, and they can build the team right off the bat. And one other catch I will say is everybody was saying that Juju Smith-Schuster is going to go to the Jets. But in reality, he's going to go to a team where Sam Darnold's going to go. And I say if anything goes at this point, it's going to be Denver. And to me, Darnold is probably going to be a better option than Drew Lock because Drew Lock fucking sucks. And then on top of all of that, Juju is going to be a good providing receiver for him when he goes to Denver. And then you have Jerry Jeudy, and then you have Cortland Sutton going with there. So you already have 3 great wide receivers there. And then
Juju's not leaving Pittsburgh. With them, they're gonna allow Bud Dupree's contract to expire at the end of this year. They already franchise tagged him last year. They're not gonna be able to afford him. They're gonna let Bud Dupree go. They're gonna get rid of a lot of their contracts. It'll be not a large contract like Juju is probably, or like we would expect Juju to get based off of his performance, but he's gonna end up staying in Pittsburgh. So I guarantee you he's not going anywhere.
No, the Steelers don't have the money to get Juju or Bud Dupree together. If anything, they're going
to I just said they're going to let him go. They're not going to repay him.
He ain't going nowhere.
Drew Lock doesn't suck either. Drew Lock does not suck. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Drew Lock doesn't suck. He's on arguably the youngest and like most. I mean, he's on one of the youngest offenses in the league. They're obviously going through some growing pains right now, and plus COVID on top of that too.
They have hands down one of the best rookie wide receivers in the NFL right now.
Oh yeah, they got Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler. That offense is on the rise. Once Drew Lock starts, developing with those young rookies, I guarantee you he'll be a lot better. I wouldn't count out Drew Lock just yet.
Well, a lot of people are saying the Broncos are going after a quarterback because they're not sure of what they think of Drew Lock. I mean, he's got potential, but they don't view him as the franchise guy like these other quarterbacks that you see across the league.
Okay, so what the fuck okay, so wait. So for me, here's a question for everyone here. What do you think the Panthers should go for? Should he go for a quarterback or a fucking tight end?
You should go wide.
I'm thinking tight end, but
I'm going to say quarterback.
I don't know.
You should go wide receiver, right? Don't you think?
No.
The Panthers? They should go tight end or wide receiver.
I don't know, man.
Well, here's my thought. I'm thinking because Teddy Bridgewater is clearly not a franchise quarterback. But if there's one thing that we can certainly say in this table is the fact that the Panthers have the 7th overall pick, possibly the 6th, if they're suckier enough by the end of the year because they have 2 more weeks to go. And if they can hold up to that point and get surpassed these other teams like Atlanta and all that and the Chargers, then they may have a top 5 pick. However, I do think they're going to go after a quarterback because they need someone within the long term. Because they have all these weapons and they don't want to waste the potential of these guys that they have. You have Robbie Anderson, you have DJ Moore, you have Curtis Samuel, you have all these weapons, and yet here's Adam who's saying the Panthers need a tight end. And I mean, I don't disagree with it at all. I think it's a brilliant thing to do. But if you're looking for a long-term answer, for me, they need to go after a quarterback.
Teddy Bridgewater needs protection too. Dude, it seems
he
like
does, man. He does. That's all he needs.
So here's my thing to what Bobby just said. If you're talking about not wasting the careers of all these skill position players, don't you just build that team around Teddy Bridgewater? Because it's not like he's certainly not a quote unquote franchise quarterback, but you look at his play in New Orleans, you look at what he was able to accomplish when he was healthy in Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota's entire quarterback room was essentially backup quarterbacks that somehow almost launched them into a playoff push. So like if you give Teddy Bridgewater protection, he already has some of those offensive weapons. You throw a defense together between free agency and the draft, adding a couple of positions in there through the draft, like you have a serviceable team. Like Teddy Bridgewater is a quarterback or a starting quarterback for the Panthers is certainly serviceable to win you games.
He's definitely a bridge quarterback. I wouldn't say franchise. If the Panthers wanted to wait a couple seasons to draft a quarterback, and I think they should give Bridgewater maybe another year and try to build a team around him first, build an offense around him first, because he was thriving last year filling in for Breeze when he broke his thumb. So
he's not even that bad. So these are his career statistics as of week 14 of this year. Touchdowns to interceptions, 52-33, 10,754 passing yards. He has a 66.7 completion percentage, a 90.5 passer rating, 673 rushing yards, and 8 rushing touchdowns. Like if you get him protection and you throw a defense out there on the field so that they can protect the lead when they get the lead in games, you're looking at a Carolina team that's going to start winning games and end up in at least a wild card within the next year or two.
Oh, dude, we just need a healthy McCaffrey, man.
Yeah,
that is also true.
Well, Adam, let me ask you this: who's the best quarterback in Panthers history? Would you say Cam Newton?
Yeah, by rights, yeah.
What about Jake Delhomme? Jake Delhomme.
Man, you know what? Fuck me. I don't know. Like to me, like the most versatile quarterback they ever had was Cam Newton. Like when it comes to versatile, I mean, you can run the ball, you can pass the ball, and you can fucking jump over fucking people. As in versatile.
What about Will? What about Will Greer? Is he still in the organization?
Will Greer?
Yeah,
he's like a coach now. He's like
I think he is. He might be. I think he's like the third or fourth string player on the team.
I remember he got a couple of starts last year when Kyle Allen went down and Cam Newton went down too. I remember he got thrown into some dumpster fire-esque type things. But I mean, I think he's a solid backup for the Panthers.
He's still on. He's still in Carolina.
Yeah, he's still there. I knew he's still there. I just don't know if he's like, he's a legitimate backup quarterback. Legitimate, but he's not. I don't know. I wouldn't put faith in him if Bridgewater went down to fourth and the fucking everything was on his back. I wouldn't put the faith in him. But yeah.
It's a good point. I actually, to be honest with you guys, I cannot wait until next season. I mean, I'm enjoying the season right now, but for the scheduling perspective, next year the Bills are projected to play the Panthers in Buffalo. So I would love to go to that game.
And they're also playing Indianapolis in Buffalo too. Hopefully,
I can't wait to watch them kick your ass.
Hands down. If they allow fans in the stadium by that time, obviously, hopefully they will. I will definitely be there for that game.
I really hope so.
I think that there's a chance for that, at least.
Well, I kind of feel like it'll be an Indianapolis win, Bobby. I'm sorry.
We'll see.
Adam knows what he's talking about. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
Is it just because he's sucking your dick, Trevor?
No, man. Your running game is terrible.
True, but it's not the worst in the world. I mean, it's not fucking Pittsburgh, who always gets injured.
Right. And think about it this way,
Pittsburgh's
John back Saturday.
What was that, Tom?
I was going to say, John Brown comes back off the IR list on Saturday.
Oh,
True.
Yeah.
Now we got another weapon.
Smoke is back.
Were they playing the Denver Donkeys?
Yep.
And
The Bills win the division.
37-15 final score. 37-13.
They're gonna walk over Broncos like nothing.
Dude, they're gonna shit all over them. Like, it's gonna be like 21-0 in the first quarter. One of them's gonna be a pick six.
Oh, could you imagine?
I can honestly see
I'm not,
it happening.
dude. I can see fucking Allen just picking them apart. Just picking them apart.
Imagine
Talking.
Oh yeah.
Kendall Hinton started against the Bills. Kendall Hinton, that emergency quarterback.
Oh yeah, that's right. That guy had like 2 yards.
51-0.
The speaking of the pick six, we've talked a couple of times about like the talent at corner for the Bills and how it just like completely drops off after Tre'Davious. Is there anybody legitimately on the team right now that you can point to and say, like, for the rest of the season, that's who you want at like this as like CB2? Because like you look at Taron Johnson, the fact that he made some good tackles and then obviously had that pick six, but now he's out with a concussion. Levi Wallace had good play last game, but he's also still inconsistent from last year. So like, is there anybody else that you guys want to point out that's in the cornerback room right now that you could definitely look at and say, hey, that should be a CB2 for the rest of the season?
I'm not sure, but I gotta go, boys.
See it.
You guys
All right, man.
Yes.
Sorry for your loss, being a Colts fan.
Oh,
What's everybody here?
right. Yeah. So I was gonna say, for Trevor to jump on, thanks for doing that. And I mean, and of course, he has his own show, the Howard Hour. He's on here every so often as well too. So nice to jump on and take the ribbon.
I think I dished out plenty of rips too. So yeah, it went both ways.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, by the way, come to Canada. Come to Canada sometime. Weed's fucking legal here, bud. We can fucking smoke it all day.
Dude, smoke and drink. I'm all in. Let's go get crossed up in Canada.
Yeah, bud.
All right, boys. Peace out.
See you, Trevor.
All right.
Take care.
Peace,
Take
Trevor.
care, bud.
Yeah. So number 2 for corners. Do you guys have anybody? I mean, obviously Levi Wallace, Josh Norman, EJ Gaines probably would have been a solid CB2 if he ever freaking takes a goddamn regular season snap for the Bills. But you have Josh Norman, Levi Wallace, and then obviously Taron Johnson, who's out now with a concussion. But I'm assuming going into the draft this upcoming year, we're probably going to target a corner in the first or second round.
Probably the second round, but I don't see them taking one in the first round. If anything, I think they're taking an offensive lineman.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think the corner will be the second pick.
I mean, they were going to get Trevon Diggs, but the Cowboys traded up and took him.
Well, I think it was pretty hopeful that we were going to get him. We didn't end up taking a corner until that's another name too. Dane Jackson did pretty well in his first outing a couple games ago for the Bills. So do we possibly even trust the rookie to hop in at second for corner?
I'd be open for that.
Why not though? Give him a fucking chance.
Yeah, what he can do.
Give him a fucking chance.
I mean, there's with every fiber in my being, like, I want Levi Wallace to succeed. Like, obviously, none of us want a player to like fail. We want them to be good, like if they're on our team. But like coming out of last year, when I looked at Levi Wallace, I said like he needs to be consistent and he needs to learn to be consistent in the offseason to be that CB2 opposite of Tre'Davious White. And then he came into the season and he hasn't been consistent at all. Like how many blown coverages, how many missed interceptions did he have in that game? And then he goes out and like rocks the game sealing interception. He has some massive tackles. Like if he could play consistently throughout the entirety of a game or through multiple games, like he could be a really good corner opposite of Trey, but like he's just not.
Yeah, it was no good to play one good game and be like, hey, he's a superstar, and all of a sudden you have 5 games where you didn't do shit. You've blown your cover. Like, that's not enough. That's like what Bobby told me about Luke Kuechly. He's like, oh, yeah, Luke Kuechly's the guy. He's so good. And I'm just like, I hate the guy. He's a bum. In my mind, he was a fucking bum because he literally just did, like, his bare minimum. So you get paid fucking millions of dollars a year to be a bum, in my mind.
Sounds like Albert hates it.
I never liked the guy. I fucking hated the guy.
That's totally fine. You're entitled to it, of course.
I think you're probably the only person I've ever known that said that about Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, I don't like him. I never liked him since the time I started watching him. Like I was just like, man, you're like an overpaid fucking bum that gets paid way too much because you're Luke Kuechly. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Didn't like his ethics. Didn't like the way he played. Never.
Tom, you haven't spoken in a while. You have like a list of other things for us to talk about. I saw you were like literally. I don't know if you saw. I texted you. I was like, "You tired there, bud?" Like you were almost nodding off and falling asleep.
I think Tom was.
You were going. Yeah, man. You were like passing out every few seconds.
He was like, these guys are just talking. Like I'm just taking that.
Nah, it was kind of like taking it in, but I'll tell you, 6 a.m. again was like brutal. So
Hey, speaking of taking it in, Bobby's mom did it last night.
Oh man.
That's not what your dad said.
Oh my god.
That's such a weird comeback. That was such a weird comeback.
Oh my god, that was odd.
Wow. Oh, that came out so wrong.
Christ, Bobby.
Oh man.
I ain't ashamed.
I gotcha.
Left turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom, do you have other things that you have scheduled for us?
Yeah, we can go into. There's a couple things we can go into real quick. So I mean, Sean, you want to go into your gaming update and WWE and all that? Because I know a couple weeks ago when we were going to have you on, and we did talk about the Undertaker retiring, but I know with PlayStation 5 and everything coming out.
Yeah, man. So a lot of people who bought Cyberpunk 2077 are apparently ticked off because of all the glitches and the stuff that's just been crazy and all that stuff. And the Game Awards was last week, and I don't even want to go there. I did a reaction. I made a reaction video to the Game of the Year. I was gonna post it, but I'm like, it's not even worth it because the entire show basically was just about one game, The Last of Us Part 2. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what a bunch of woke virtue signaling doofuses, man. I'm
bullshit.
Like, dang, dude. It was garbage, man. That was the worst awards this year, man. Like Ghost of Tsushima only like won what? 2 awards? The Last of Us Part 2 won the rest of them. I'm like, you can't be serious. Best narrative? Best narrative.
You know
that's a joke.
Since when do games have best narrative as an award?
Oh gosh, man.
Good point.
How in the world?
You know what?
How in the world did The Last of Us? Since when did The Last of Us Part 2 even had a good narrative? Like, are you kidding me?
It wasn't even good.
It wasn't.
Boring as fuck.
It wasn't. It was. Oh gosh, man. I'm glad I never even played it. I seen the gameplay. I tried to follow the story, man, but it was just I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Oh.
Right. And then actually,
what me was. What me was more. It was more about. I had to read too much, and I don't like to read. So.
Reading's good for you, you fuck. That's how you get smart.
Bobby, shut the fuck up. Nobody asked for your fucking opinion at any point in time.
Actually, here's something that came out though. So apparently, and Sean, you'll probably be hearing about this over the next few days, but WWE has decided they're actually going to build a physical home for the Hall of Fame. So it's going to go down in Orlando at the Performance Center.
Well, dang. Well, that makes sense. Everything's in Orlando these days, so why not?
Man, I love that shit, man.
Bobby, you're such a sarcastic piece of shit.
Yeah, and you look like dog shit. That's probably why you're so embarrassed to show your face. It looks like dog shit.
You know what? I'm saving it.
You're saving it?
By the way, viewers, if you want to send like $2 per like, to a video. Show me on a video my face.
What? Why? Why would I do that?
And the money to me.
Why? Are you piss poor?
Oh my God, I'm Canadian. Of course I am.
Well, wait. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Right. But yeah, so WWE is going to get a physical building for the Hall of Fame. Apparently, what happened is that they've partnered with Full Sail University, so that's they've been using that as a place for the Performance Center, obviously.
Yep.
But that story came out according to Ric Flair earlier today.
Woo!
Yes.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Woo! World champion.
Yeah, and
Live?
Yeah, he's like in his 70s now, I think.
I actually have a very big surprise working on right at the moment. So while you guys are doing that, I have a big surprise on my screens. I want to share that with you guys in a little bit. So you guys keep going.
No, we don't want dick pics.
It's not a dick pic. I promise you that. It's not a dick pic. Just keep going.
You're going to say big, like, whatever.
No, I promise. It's not penises, and it's not your mom. I promise.
My mom is dead, so unless you're digging her up, like, I don't know what you're fucking planning on as a surprise.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I can always just dig my way up, pick up her skeleton, and just do the muchacha with her.
Oh my God, you're a terrible person.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is so fucking weird.
Yeah.
So, like, really, we did go.
Like, your comebacks are so weird. Like, your response to him sleeping with your mom is talking about sleeping with his dad, and now you're talking
You're
about
like, oh,
dancing.
I'll sleep
Now you're
with
talking
your
about
dad.
dancing with his dead mom's skeleton. Like, what?
I don't know. Like, what are we
talking about glue factories too. Like,
Well, to answer
Your discretion advised.
To answer your question about the whole glue factory thing, in the book Animal Farm, there's a character named Boxer who's a cart horse, and he gets punished by the pigs in the book, and he gets sent to the glue factory or the slaughterhouse and gets turned into Elmer's glue. True fact.
You know what the fuck is annoying, Bobby? Your fucking explanations.
Well, it's true. I mean, horses are literally made of glue.
No. That's enough.
I mean, rats are made from shampoo.
Okay, Tom, you want to
wait. Do you just say rats are made from shampoo?
Yes.
You know what? I have no
Not
hope.
shampoo is made from rats?
Yes.
Because you just said rats are made out of shampoo.
Yes, every animal comes from something, unless it's animal cruel free. Then that's the only way around it. Like if you look at your common perfume, like hairspray comes from rabbits.
I swear to God, nobody wants to hear this. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, look, it's like I'm drunk and I didn't even drink anything.
Exactly. Like, Bobby, nobody wants to hear your stupid explanation. Stop talking.
What? I'm literally just talking.
Yeah, well, stop. Anyways.
Anyways, what was the surprise you wanted to show?
Oh, right. Fuck.
Oh my God, here we go.
All right, so keep going. I'm trying to get. It's not cooperating, so I'll just go on Google and get it. So forgive me on that. So you guys keep going.
Yeah, you're still talking. Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm not.
Okay, anyways, Tom, next topic there, bud.
Let me throw a Jeopardy theme on here.
You're so slow at the moment. That's why it's taking forever.
You know, maybe we should talk about how shitty the fucking roster the Canadian Juniors is going to be.
Oh God.
Well, I have a better idea. Why don't we talk about the fact how much
players they cut?
Like 5.
Yeah, they have like no roster.
They have nobody. There's like nobody good.
Well, I'm actually pretty excited for the World Juniors because that's literally on Christmas Day. I'll miss the first day, but I'll watch the majority of the games afterwards, just so I can get back into the swing of things for hockey.
I swear the only game Canada's going to win on the first day when they play Germany.
Yep, in Punjabi.
Heil. 9.
Louisiana, Indiana, Arkansas, Alabama.
Nobody said anything about.
Did you guys see that? Going back to what we were talking about before about media personalities and how they view Buffalo. Did you see that? Colin Cowherd and the bet that he has with Nick Wright about the Bills.
Yeah, they apparently edited Nick Wright's WikiLeaks page or Wikipedia page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they changed it to Daddy or something like that.
Yeah, but no, today, I don't know if it was today. I think it was today. Nick Wright was was on Colin Cowherd's show, and he offered a wager between the two of them, and so it's an over-under bet. And so essentially, if the Bills do not reach the playoffs or we win 0 playoff games, Colin Cowherd has to undergo the Pinto Ron ketchup and mustard. But if the Bills win or make it to 2 or more playoff games this season, then Nick Wright is the one that has to undergo the Pinto Ron ketchup and mustard.
Okay, what does that mean? What does that actually mean? You get a ketchup bottle in your ass? The fuck
So Pinto Ron stands up on like an RV and he does it before every home game for the Bills, and somebody they like squirt ketchup and mustard on him.
Yep,
who came up with that?
They did.
I have no idea, but it is a real thing, and that is now the after Dave Portnoy in Barstool visited Buffalo, I want to say last season or the year before, and did a whole documentary on Bills Mafia. It has now become a more widely known phenomenon, and so that is why Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright now have that wager.
Well, of course, there's a bowling ball shot.
Damn.
Yeah, bowling ball shots. They make there's the guy that makes the pizzas in the filing cabinet.
Yeah, he uses like all the.
Oh, I've seen that before. I've seen that.
Yeah, he uses all.
You guys have a lot of fucking cool shit, but you do a lot of weird shit at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's the beauty of Bills Mafia. And literally, there's people drinking beer out of a woman's crotch, and it probably smells like shit.
Oh my god, that'd be fantastic! I do that.
Oh gosh,
it really did do that.
I remember that clip.
My favorite thing Bills Mafia has ever done, and this is exclusively only against the New England Patriots, and depending on the timing of the game, they throw a dildo onto the field.
I've seen that. That was great. That was great. That's patriotism at its finest.
Yes. Absolutely.
Tom Brady. But hey, Bobby, do you have the thing up that you want to show us yet, or are you still trying to figure that out?
I'll tell you what it is, but I'm trying to get the picture because the internet here sucks unless one of you has a faster internet. But the picture I wanted to share with you guys that just came out during the show is on tomorrow's issue of ESPN the magazine. Stephon Diggs is going to be on the cover.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. But fucking Twitter, well, not Twitter. Here we go. I actually found it. So are we able to screen share this whatsoever?
You were fucking like hacking. I thought you were like hacking into the CIA or something.
That's why would I hack the CIA?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You trying to like perform brain surgery? What the fuck are you doing?
No. I wanted to show you guys the cover of Stephon Diggs' magazine cover. What I'm going to do, as soon as I get it and save it onto my computer, is I'm going to use it as a background so that way you can see the cover.
Nice.
That's what I wanted
to say, Bobby. If you want to message me the link, I'll put it up.
I got it. I'm just waiting for it to fully load. And
so
once I save it, I'll put it up.
Stephon Diggs going to be player of the week?
I see the
No, he'll be on the ESPN magazine cover for the month of December.
Yeah, they're calling him Buffalo's Miracle.
It's literally. Yep.
He should be the player of the week.
He's got it. He should be. I'm telling you, Stephon Diggs has gotten so much better ever since he left Minnesota. He's really skyrocketed his value.
It's not that he got better after he left Minnesota. The problem was they were running the ball with Kirk Cousins more than they were throwing the ball.
Yeah, he needs to be throwing the ball to be good.
Now, that being said, Bobby, you can show the cover, but obviously I want to talk about this because this is a fact that not a lot of people are talking about right now. Stephon Diggs, John Brown, Not even Cole Beasley has the most receiving touchdowns on this team right now. Gabe Davis leading the team.
Stephon Diggs and I was gonna go ahead, Ryan.
Well, I was just gonna say, even though Stephon Diggs is the first player in the NFL to reach over 100 receptions, but Gabe Davis is currently leading the team, the Buffalo Bills, in receiving touchdowns for this season. I think he's at 5.
Wow.
For this season.
He's so fucking old. He's so unknown. He's so underrated.
Absolutely.
All right, there it is,
there
guys.
We go.
There's the cover.
Nice.
Ooh, there you go.
Let me move out of the way. There you go.
Very cool.
And then
okay, Bobby. Bobby, it kind of looks like you're posing with your boyfriend, and it's kind of uncomfortable.
But yeah, so I just, it's really cool because, again, I was born in 98. So for me, like, this is my this is my version of the 90s Bills, having an actual good Bills team. And the fact that we have, most teams have one or two good, like, top tier wide receivers, right? Like, you look at Denver with Judy and Hamler. You look at these teams that have one or two good wide receivers, but we have John Brown. Granted, he's amazing when he's healthy. We have Stephon Diggs, hands down, who, again, is the only wide receiver, the only player with over 100 receptions so far on the season. You have Cole Beasley, and talking about glue, the man's hands are literally made out of glue because he catches damn near everything that's thrown at him. And then Beasley catches everything that gets freaking thrown at him. I mean, Beasley's out here making catches that he should not be making for a guy his size. I mean, he is literally making catches in like 2 to 3 man coverages. It's insane. But then you have Gabe Davis, a guy who's a rookie coming out of Florida, relatively unknown, and he's having a bigger impact on the Bills' offensive game than any of the other wide receivers. And that's Stephon Diggs, that's Cole Beasley, that's John Brown, guys that have been around the league and have played for other teams and have been household names because of stuff that they've done in other places in the league. So I'm excited for that. I think that's obviously a good pick. And so the other wide receiver that he was drafted with that we can't forget about, Isaiah Hodgins, number 1 red zone receiver threat in college in his senior year, in his last year in college football. I'm excited to see him make the roster within the next year or two and see what happens then, because if we have Gabe Davis, who is obviously a very good red zone threat, and then you have a former number 1 red zone threat in college football on this team, I mean, hands down, Buffalo Bills have the best wide receiving core in the NFL right now.
Okay, so I have a question. What do you guys think is going to be the matchup for the Super Bowl this year?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to say Kansas City and Green Bay.
If I'm being honest, I can't even pick an AFC team because of everything that we've talked about tonight. Like, the AFC is just so good. Like, there are so many teams that compete because, like we said before, like, Kansas City had an easy schedule. Like, they could easily get beat by Buffalo or by Indianapolis. But then you could have Cleveland, Buffalo, Indianapolis vying for that AFC spot as well. I think Pittsburgh gets beat where they potentially like luck themselves into getting deeper into the playoffs, but I don't think that they even make the AFC championship. I can't pick an AFC team, but I think hands down in the NFC, it's going to be a Green Bay. Unless somehow New Orleans gets Breeze back and they fight their way through.
That was my pick. My pick was going to be Breeze.
Yeah, and that's if they get him back. I don't think with Taysom Hill that they're going to be good enough to get all the way through.
Right. I mean,
Tom, do we have any?
I would love to see Breeze win one more before he retires.
You know what? I love and hate Breeze so much because he's such a legend. He's such a good back, but he's a nemesis when it comes to being a Panthers fan. A nemesis.
Well, yeah, of course. That's like the equivalent of the Bills with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom, do we have any comments?
So actually, your wife to be was asking if it's our Christmas special or not.
No, next week's the Christmas special.
Yeah.
Don't worry, she's going to divorce him in 2 years. She'll
Yeah,
be
No, she
my wife
won't.
in a year.
Oh, stop it. No, she won't.
Yeah. And then she also said her guess is that the Bills will go to 3 games in the playoffs this year.
3 games. So that
Whoa.
means
Yeah, making it to the AFC Championship.
yeah.
And that was my prediction too.
You know what? It's not a long shot. It's not.
No, I think the Bills absolutely make it to the AFC Championship. Now the question is, do we win the AFC Championship? And the answer is, I think the answer is, if we more than likely end up facing Kansas City in the AFC Championship, Buffalo is the only team that can beat them.
Speaking of Buffalo.
Strategically.
Yes.
Yeah, but speaking of Buffalo, I actually had this conversation with a couple of my buddies, or at least through the media, is that one argument, and I wish Trevor was here because then he'd be blowing me off on this conversation, is that I've heard someone tell me, and through the media, that Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen could be the new modern-day equivalent of Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, and Josh Allen in the situation would be Peyton Manning.
Yeah, it's very possible that could happen. I mean, here you got 2 great young quarterbacks that are just getting established in this league. I mean, Mahomes has already gone ahead and won the big one. So,
Mahomes though is a different animal.
Right.
He's like, Allen's. I love fucking Josh Allen, I do, but like, Mahomes is like a beast. He's a beast.
I think a better comparison. Obviously, it's not going to be spot on, but like I think a better comparison when you're looking at Kansas City and Buffalo, where they are in terms of grouping them together as teams and then as individual quarterbacks. I think you're looking more at like a Kelly Marino type, like a Kelly Marino or Elway type situation, where it's like those are the 3 top tier quarterbacks. Like those are the guys that are always going against each other. And every conversation is Allen Mahomes when it comes to talking about quarterbacks in the AFC.
So dumb, though. It's dumb. Stop comparing them.
Like you said, he's a completely different beast. I mean, but both quarterbacks turned out to be better than they were expected to be. I mean, how many quarterbacks Mitch Trubisky got taken before Mahomes was even off the board? So like they both ended up being better than they were supposed to be. But I think if you had to compare them, I mean, they're in the conversation, regardless of people or if they're comparing them or not. When you're talking about the best quarterbacks in the AFC, you're talking about Mahomes and Josh Allen, hands down, as the top 2. But I think if you had, and if you had to compare them though, I think it's more to like the Kelly Marino type of a conversation, because it was always the 2 of them when you talked about the AFC and obviously specifically like our division being in the same division as them. So I think I think that's a better comparable, because like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady were on almost 2 completely different planes of where they are. Like I feel like Peyton Manning is able to pick apart a defense way better than Tom Brady has been or will ever be able to. He was just a smarter player all around than Tom Brady ever was. And I mean, look at Tom Brady and Belichick now. Like they clearly needed each other to win games, because the Bucs are like 7-5 now or some shit like that. Like, and all those weapons around him, and like they're still 7-5. They're not expected to make it far in the playoffs. And then you have Belichick, whose team is being held together by like, chewing gum, and it's just they clearly needed one another. So like I don't even put Manning and Brady in the same conversation. I've never heard anybody put Manning and Brady in the same conversation. I don't even think Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees are in the same conversation as Peyton Manning. Like the man was just a different level of quarterback. It was all about what's up here versus like what's here.
If you look at it, in my opinion, this is my opinion. If you look at like Mahomes and you look at fucking Allen, in my mind, that Allen's the better fucking like pushing yards. If he needs to push yards up the fucking field, he's better. When you fucking come to accuracy, you can't really compare the both, because they're both accurate. They're both on point with yards, and they can fucking hit you in the chest every fucking pass if they have to. When it comes to like, passing the ball off, like it's non-comparison to me. Like I kind of feel like Mahomes and Allen are even on the point to where Mahomes is just a little bit ahead of Allen.
Yeah,
just a little bit. but like he's not far ahead. He's not that far ahead, Allen.
He's not. I think the thing that absolutely separates the two of them is, maybe two things. I think Mahomes is a little bit better at picking apart defenses. Like Josh is just starting to get it, and you saw it this season.
Yeah.
Like because obviously there's nobody in the like stadiums, so like you can hear what they're saying on the field. You could hear Josh like start to point things out and call out defenses and like what their coverages were. So like you started to see that, and that wasn't anything that you saw or heard before. Whereas Mahomes has been doing that since like last year, like his
since
second
his college years, he's been doing the same thing. And nobody's seen it.
But even then, like Mahomes after his first season said in like a postseason, I can't remember who it was or what it was, but in a postseason interview, he was like, "I'm literally learning how to pick apart NFL defenses." He's like, "I don't know how to do it." Like in college, like he just made plays happen, and he's still doing it in the NFL. But like he's obviously ahead now. Granted, he was not, he got drafted into the NFL before Allen, so like he has that kind of advantage on him. But the other thing is like, if Allen sees a play not going the way that he wants it to, like he kind of plays that hero ball, like he wants to make it work. Whereas Mahomes like doesn't do that. Mahomes, he'll run and then slide, which thankfully Josh has been doing more of, is running and sliding to make plays kind of happen. But he'll check the ball down. He'll throw it down. He'll throw it near a receiver so that it's not intentional grounding. Like he's just smarter in how he goes about identifying the plays, seeing that it's deteriorating and then stopping. Whereas Josh, like last year in the game against Houston, tries to throw that lateral to Dawson Knox that doesn't get caught. He runs around and tries to make plays happen. Now that being said, there was the instance where Mahomes did lose 30 yards last week.
Yep.
In attempting to do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
So again, he is not that, like you said, he's not that much farther ahead.
No,
they're literally like right here.
To me, it feels like Allen's more conscientious when it comes to like making a smarter play. Mahomes is used to having like the wide open guy all the fucking time, or having somebody wide open. And Josh Allen has come to the fact where your running game is not the best. So you have to work around it. So you have to look for the second option every fucking time. So I kind of feel like he's better at the fact that there's always a second option, or try to make a second option.
Right. Yeah. It's just like you said, they're right on top of one another.
Dude,
and
so
again,
close.
I think the crazy thing is though too is I think obviously they're both talented quarterbacks, but I think Mahomes is pretty much at his ceiling.
No, he's as good as he's going to get.
And Josh is not.
Right.
And that's the crazy thing about it.
Dude, he can get literally, or he can stay where he is, or he can just go to shit. It's one of the three.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys. I think maybe last week or so when I was on with Tom and Bobby, I talked about this. But Josh got on the Pat McAfee show a couple weeks back prior to, I think, the San Francisco game. Yeah. And he was talking about how in the off season he went, obviously he was working out with what's
Jordan
his
Palmer.
face?
Jordan Palmer.
Jordan Palmer. I wanted to say Carson, but I know that that's not. I know that's his brother. So he was working out with Jordan
imagine
Palmer.
If he did get work out with Carson Palmer, I think his game would have just skyrocketed. Not that it already has.
So he was working out with Jordan Palmer in the quarterback academy that he has, and they did like a scan of their of all these quarterbacks' bodies. I think like Sam Darnold was there, Drew Lock was there too, and they did like a scan of all their bodies, and they were like, "Yeah, you're doing everything right. You're doing everything right. You're doing everything right." And then they got to Josh, and they're like, "Dude, how are you making the throws that you're making?" Because he was literally just like whipping this ball, and I saw a breakdown of. I went and did a little bit more research about it, and Jordan was saying that like his stance, he was like extending his stance, so he was essentially just like whipping this ball almost like it was a baseball. And it was so fast, but it wasn't like accurate. And then when they did the scans of the body, the thing that Josh wasn't doing that everybody else was was including the hips. He wasn't rotating because his stance was so far apart. And so that's why you've seen his accuracy get better, because they've worked on incorporating his hips, incorporating that turn. And then, Jordan said, he already had the spin on the ball. He was like, you had to fix that one thing. And all of a sudden he's now at he's in the 70s for completion percentage. And he's probably going to reach the 80s within the next 3 to 4 years. He's going to be in the 80s or something with completion percentage. So and that's you're talking about like Drew Lock, Sam Darnold, like guys that are going to be in quarterbacks in the league for a long time. Patrick Mahomes, even they're at their ceiling, and Josh Allen is ahead of some of them or just below Patrick Mahomes, who just won the Super Bowl and is in the MVP conversation. And Josh Allen can be so much better than all of them. So just summarize that up. We didn't take Josh Rosen, and that was a good choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tom,
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby, talking about Josh.
What?
He's making fun of you for wanting Josh Rosen. Granted, to be completely clear, I did want Baker Mayfield.
Okay, so you have to sit down as well. So let's.
No, I don't have to. Whoa! I don't have to sit down. The Cleveland Browns are 9-4, 9-5.
Browns are fucking overrated. We all know it.
They are not. They are not overrated.
At least he made the better pick. Holy fuck.
Baker Mayfield had bad offensive coordinators and bad head coaches up until this year with Kevin Stefanski. They're getting better. He's lost one of his 2 number 1 wide receivers in Odell Beckham. He only has Landry. He has essentially third string and practice squad wide receivers, although he does have one of the best running backs in the league in Chubb. Their line needs to improve a little bit more, and they need to sprinkle a little bit more on defense. Other than that, the Browns are following in the footsteps of the Bills and the Colts and the Cardinals and the Dolphins in terms of being a top
game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I'm just saying, they're getting better, and Baker Mayfield is that team's franchise quarterback.
Right. And take a look at this. They actually hung in there against Baltimore on Monday night.
They did. If Lamar did not come back out from taking his shit, they would have won that game, because Trace McSorley, I was like, oh man, they're going to win the game and the Bills are going to be in the playoffs. And then Trace McSorley goes down and I'm like, oh my God, they don't have another quarterback. Then Lamar Jackson, squeezed one off, ran back out on the field, and then quarterbacked that team to a goddamn win.
Yeah. Tom, before I forget, Brittany commented on something else. Do you know what she said? She said something about Josh Allen.
Yeah, so just going through a couple things. She said, Allen's growth this season alone is dangerous to think where he can be in a few years if he continues to work on his flaws. True statement.
Yeah.
She has good analysis. Why isn't she on the show?
The only flaws that he has
bring her on sometime.
is that he doesn't snap it when he should.
Right. Well, she showed the whole biomechanical thing about how his stance was, and how they showed his timing and everything with it too. To your point, right?
No, but I'm just saying, there's times that I've watched, don't get me wrong, I'm a Panthers fan, a Leafs fan. I should never be on this chat just for the fact of that, but
of course you should.
I pay attention to Josh Allen because he's a fucking stud. And if you watch him in certain fucking videos, when he should snap that fucking quick pass, he second guesses himself. And I feel at times he should just let it go, and he doesn't.
Right.
I don't think that he necessarily second guesses himself. I think Josh Allen's problem is he's still looking for the long, deep, throw of the game type plays. Whereas
Hail Mary, every quarterback looks for that. Hail Mary is the fucking.
But he wants to do that but he wants to do that every play. Whereas you saw, and Ben can't really do this anymore. But he was, for at least the first quarter, or at least half the first quarter, he was doing it. He was doing those quick passes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the only game I've seen him making those quick 3-4 yard fucking passes that got him up the fucking field.
I'm saying Ben was doing that, and that's what Josh needs to do. Whereas Josh is doing these big Aaron Rodgers type throws down the field, and it's dude, every once in a while, great, but the number of times that he threw that up, and the Steelers defense is not what it was a few years ago, but they're still dangerous. How many times do they come up with fumbles or with picks off of dangerous, risky throws like that? And that was the thing that I was scared of when when I was watching that game, and that's what Josh was doing. But he needed to be throwing those small, quick passes downfield just to move the chains a little bit more so that he can get close and throw it to somebody and have it ran in or run it in even.
Well, don't be so predictable. They already know that Allen's going to throw deep. So they're going to be watching for the deep pass every fucking time. So when you're not making these simple passes, 3, 4, 5 yard fucking passes, they're going to pick your fucking passes every fucking time. So like he needs to work on the short game.
Yeah, Brittany actually brought up another interesting argument. She actually brought up another interesting argument, and I was going to read this to you guys, is that she implies that Allen does hold on to the ball a little too long, but I agree. But he gets those plays, and he works better under pressure, in her opinion.
It's a good opinion. It's good.
It is. No, you know what? Yeah, I totally agree, but he still needs to, if you see a man open, you know, like fucking Stephon Diggs is 3-4 yards away. Fucking give him the ball.
Hey, next show, Bobby, she's on.
Yeah.
All right, Brittany.
Yeah, bring her in.
Off the tight end or go up the slot. You know, take what you get.
That's what I mean. Like he doesn't need to make a Hail Mary every fucking play. Like it's, you know, your
Brittany, I'm on the show next time. Yeah, sorry about that, Adam. Go ahead.
I don't know why you told her that on the show. Like she's your fiance. Like just tell her after the show.
I should be.
She's my favorite American, not Bobby.
Yeah, I know. You've spoken out about that numerous times. But yeah, so Brittany, next time on the Christmas special, if we're talking about Josh Allen, which I'm pretty sure we will be, come on the show. That would be a really nice treat. And now we want to hear your opinion about it in person because you honestly have some really good insights about this whole situation. And I think it's
most of ours.
Yeah, and I'll tell you. I mean, of course, as many of you guys know, I mean, I've met Bobby in person a couple times now, and actually met Brittany as well. And she has some very good sports opinions,
specifically on football.
Oh yeah, I know. All from the NHL fans 365 days.
Oh yeah,
her opinions are good and valid.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we've got about 2 hours. We've gone more than 2 hours already, and I probably slept about 45 minutes. So I was gonna say, with that being said, too, does anyone have anything they want to throw in before we wrap up?
I'm drinking eggnog.
Oh my God, Bobby! You know what? I got something to say. I'll have something to say at this point.
Oh, and Trevor,
Bobby's hairline.
Bobby
has a receding hairline. Bobby has a receding hairline, and he's fucking stupid for Christmas.
You're going out.
He broke up with me. What did he say?
I said your hairline's receding every day.
I should put your face on a T-shirt.
Oh, there you go. Why would you do that?
Why would it be the first script that we sell out of our website?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And Trevor actually just turned back on, and he said, "I just turned back on, and Brittany knows more than Bobby when it comes to football."
Let's put it to the test next week.
He said what?
Yeah, Trevor says that Brittany knows more about football than Bobby.
Yeah, drinking game from Brittany. How many times does Adam say, "Oh my God, Bobby"? Laugh out loud.
Ooh.
You know what? It's actually true because Bobby's a fucking idiot.
All right, so here's the thing: Christmas special next week. We get Brittany on here. Adam comes back. We do a special Christmas special drinking game type thing for every time Adam says that about Bobby.
Yes, and then I will be sure to buy a shitload of pig fillet. That's what I will do. I'll buy some.
What? Nobody wants to see Bobby drunk. Believe me, I've seen it. It's a fucking shit show.
Why not? It would be funny.
What was it? Episode 2 I was drinking on the air. I had my beer with me and everything. And
I didn't give a fuck when you did that. I mean, you still do
literally a fucking shit show. Like I could drink everybody on here under the table easily.
Oh, and Bobby, your fiance says sold. Game on.
Oh, we got it.
Let's go.
Come on in, Brittany. Next week. Come on in for the Christmas special next Wednesday.
Hey, by the way, Brittany, I'll fucking out.
Oh, and she also, and your fiance says, It takes one beer to get you drunk.
Yeah, it does though. It's
Wow.
fucking lightweight.
Threw you
Look at
under the
fucking
bus.
girl.
Oh man.
And then
Yeah.
Trevor says he might be drinking just watching the special. Nah, come on, Trevor. Join us.
Yeah, just watching
You know
the
what?
comments between Brittany and Trevor with the two of them, it's actually a lot more entertaining. It makes the show even more interesting.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. And then,
Hey, Bobby.
and Brittany says,
Bobby.
and then Brittany said to Adam, "Not me, Adam. I'm a drinker."
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
can
no.
go on days.
No, I fuck your shit up. I would fuck your shit up, woman. Don't start with me.
And then Trevor's saying, "One beer, you're soft."
Well, I can show you what I look like off of 2 beers if you want me to show you.
Okay.
You know,
Pretty-
Bobby's just
If I can find it.
Bobby's just as soft as my penis after 18 beers.
Oh Jesus.
Well, I'm
Dude,
not.
I'm
drinking
not.
that.
Dude, I'm not even a drinker, and I'm still good after one beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
one-
gosh.
I could drink a thing of like Young's Double Chocolate Drought, which has like.
Dude, I remember.
alcohol in
I
it.
remember back in college, man. I had a shot of what was it? It was like green apple something
Angry Orchard?
green apple vodka. I had a shot of that, and I was still good.
Yeah. I mean, I've had shots. Let's see, Bacardi Orange. I've drank Jack. I mean, I've had Jim Beam. I've had tequila. I've had like a ton of stuff, and I've still been fine. Actually, true story, and this is one thing I still remember. My sister's wedding 11 years ago. I outdrank my dad.
Gonna drink
Like
and do that.
literally, I remember that. I'm
Hey,
like,
you know what?
that's the one time that I ever did that, but I was beyond hurting the next morning.
No, here we go.
Oh,
Want
boy.
Bobby to shut up? Just give him a shot and he's knocked out.
Okay, here's my opinion. My opinion on the matter is I could drink an 18 pack and I'd be like, oh, I'm out of beer. I'm going to drive back to the beer store to get some more.
I thought you said for a second you were jerking off and you cummed. That's what I thought you said for a minute.
Or here you go. It's like
My
get a
God.
bottle of Everclear and drink a shot of that on the air.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
that's not fucking nothing.
Oh
bud.
man.
I drink water every day, bud. Every day.
So do I, and we all go pee-pee after a bottle.
Bobby, why do you have to make everything gay?
Yeah, what is
It's
it?
not gay. It's not gay. It's literally life. We all have
You
genitals.
talk about my penis and stuff. It's kind of weird.
Bobby always thinks of people jerking off. Trevor.
Oh, geez.
You know what, Trevor? Even though you're a Colts fan, please just stay away from Bobby. He talks about penises a lot.
Well, here's the thing. I bet Trevor would love the day he can get an actual escort for his 21st birthday.
Next year.
That comes up next year.
Next
Dude, come to Canada. Come to Canada. I'll fucking get you 3 for an hour.
There you
Well, why
go.
don't you just get one of us get it and then bring her over to Trevor's house and just have a drink of, I don't know, Bud Light or something. I mean, he's technically eligible to drink, but he has to wait one more year.
Yeah.
Adam, get out of here with your light beer. Brittany.
You know what, Brittany? Okay. Yep. Sure. Your Highness. No problem.
Oh, is that a challenge I hear?
It ain't no fucking challenge. I drink every one of yous. At
Yeah,
the
like,
same
look at
time.
the- over across the border, you got that Molson Triple X over there, don't you? Like the real
Oh
Triple
yeah,
X stuff?
we fucking drink like fucking paint thinner for a living, bud. We don't fuck around up here.
We drinking paint?
Yeah, because I know even like the Labatt Ice beer you
Bobby,
got
shut
over there
up.
is better than the stuff over here.
Oh, we have one beer. It's called Maximum Ice, and it's like 10.1% per bottle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I remember this one time when there was a place out by Buffalo State. I went there with a friend of mine, and I ended up drinking Young's Double Chocolate Drought, a little bit of had like this Brooklyn Lager, and then I had something else. But that Double Chocolate Drought like tasted exactly like a Wendy's Frosty, you know, like the milkshake. Tasted so good, except
my
it had like 8% alcohol in it. I'm like, okay, 2 of them, and I was like getting to that point where I'm like, okay, you know, that's not too bad. But then like about 5 beers later, I'm like, all right, I gotta cut myself off for a little bit.
Well, what kind of beer would Sean drink? I mean, if anything, we really should go over to Ireland and Dublin, go to the Guinness factory, and get him a whole container, at least a 6-pack of that, or at least get him a pint.
No. Bring me to Germany. I'll get some Heineken.
Heineken sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
Hey,
you know what? To each their own, Bobby. You and your fucking eggnog. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, eggnog is delicious. Okay.
Hey, I've tried Guinness too. That's not bad either.
Yeah. Guinness ain't bad. Yeah.
No, I had Guinness once. It was Guinness Stout, and it looked as black as it fucking tasted when I drank it. And I was like, this is fuck.
Yeah. Although I will say my favorite beer that I can get anywhere is Labatt Blue. That's like definitely between Labatt and Molson. I will drink Labatt.
Labatt Blue. You can get Labatt Blue there.
Yeah, they have Labatt Blue in Buffalo.
There's a Labatt Blue factory in Riverside.
Beer factory here that they built downtown.
Oh, fuck, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Labatt USA is based here. I can go into any store right now or a convenience store a mile down the street from me, and I can buy Labatt Blue.
Okay, so Labatt Blue is a Canadian product. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
I can buy Molson here too.
I mean, what else can you get out of it?
So why the fuck can I get Dunkin' Donuts here?
Because you live in Canada, you fuck.
Hey, although actually, here's one thing today. Arby's, the company that owns Arby's and a bunch of other places, bought Dunkin' Donuts, so you actually might be able to see Dunkin' across the border now at some point.
Okay, Bobby, I won't need you in a couple of months.
All right, so you can come over to America and just say, I want all your Dunkin' Donuts. Give me everything from your iced caramel lattes to all the chocolate glazed donuts, everything you have from the hash browns and everything. And let me tell you fum duck, I will certainly tell you that there is a shitload of Dunkin' Donuts that come around, and there's only one Tim Hortons here in Long Island. Meanwhile, in Buffalo, there's like 10 or 15 Tim Hortonses, and I'm fortunate enough from where I live, as I'm literally wearing a loud majority Long Island hoodie tonight on the show, and I only have one Tim Hortons, and it's a fucking gas station in a little town called Westbury.
Oh,
hey, 10 to 15 Tim Hortons is a low ball for the number. There's 10 to 15 in my neighborhood
literally
alone.
within a mile of my house.
These things are literally on every corner.
This is kind of fucked up, the fact that you guys have Tim Hortons on every fucking corner, and I can't even get one Dunkin' Donuts.
Right around my house, there's a Tim Hortons like a mile down the street in the gas station right by my house. Then if I go up to the main drag by me, there's a Tim Hortons. Across the street inside the supermarket, there's a Tim Hortons. A mile away from there, there's a 24-hour Tim Hortons. Then 2 miles down the other way, there's another Tim Hortons, and 3 miles the other way, there's another Tim Hortons. So literally, like Tim Hortons.
I think you know what's happening. You know what's happening, right? It's like you remember back in 1812 when Canada burned down the White House.
Mm-hmm.
The White House?
Well, we're doing it again. We're just getting closer to your White House with fucking Tim Hortons so we can burn your White House down again.
Oh, so you'll cross the border for some Dunkin' Donuts, I see. Well, why don't you send a letter, like a true Canadian, because you guys are stereotypically polite, and send a letter to the CEO of Dunkin' Donuts and say, Dear CEO of Dunkin' Donuts, I am a desperate Canadian in desperate need of your American delicious goods. Please send it over to Canada. Sincerely, a military veteran, Adam.
I prefer if I could burn down your White House again because Joe Biden's running it now.
Oh, so here you go. So actually, Bobby, you wanted to know the figures of like the top 10 cities with the number of Tim Hortons in the United States?
Please tell me. Go ahead.
Okay. Buffalo is number 1 with 74 locations currently.
Unsurprisingly, because how many times have I been to Buffalo?
Yeah. Then Columbus, Ohio with 40.
Wow.
Rochester, New York with 15. Tonawanda, New York, which is just outside of Buffalo, with 10 just inside the city limits. Niagara Falls, New York has 9 of them. Erie, Pennsylvania has 9. Then basically from there, the next is Dearborn, Michigan with 8, which is by Detroit. Detroit has 8. Warren, Michigan by Detroit has 8. And Dayton, Ohio has 8.
Okay, this fucking Google fucking where's Dunkin' Donuts in Canada, if there is one.
I could probably do that. Sean, do us all a favor, man. Go and look up Dunkin' Donuts in Canada.
All right, looking it up
Hey,
right now.
in the meantime, highly suggest that you all hop on Twitter and go
here you
follow at the Broviet US because that's the Twitter handle for the official Twitter account of my new thing, Broviet Union Sports. You guys should definitely go do that.
Broviet Sports sounds like Soviet Union.
It's at
Sounds
the
like a
Broviet
gay
US.
party to me.
It's called at the Broviet US.
So to answer the question about Dunkin', Dunkin' Donuts has exited Canada as of 2018.
You
Yeah.
motherfuckers! I want my Dunkin'. God damn.
Well, they're closing most of the Dunkin' Donuts up here in Western New York too.
Yeah, there's not a lot of them anymore. I mean, for a
Tim
while they were
Hortons
getting
booted them out.
Dude, they used to freaking dominate back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're telling you, like 74 for like. I mean, if you were to legitimately, and that was just cities. That's not even taking into account like Lancaster, Depew, Cheektowaga. Like
Right.
I live in Cheektowaga by the airport. There's a small Dunkin's.
I used to.
Yeah, there's a small Dunkin's by this in this Crosby's gas station right here, which is within a mile, and then within literally on the other side of my neighborhood, there's a full-fledged Dunkin' across from the M&T building that's over here too. So like, I literally have two Tim Hortons. Really, it's like a Tim Hortons and a half within like not even a good half mile from my house.
You know what I'm gonna do? You fuck this shit. I'm gonna fucking and I'm gonna start my own franchise. Fuck this shit.
You're gonna start your own Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, $100,000. I can fucking start my own.
Very true. Well, here.
Do it. Start your own fucking franchise. You'd be a hero. You'd be a hero all across Toronto.
Oh, nobody else cares about Dunkin' Donuts in Canada. It's just me. So I don't know how well it'd go over.
Well, what happened here in the Buffalo area back in 2016, a franchise owner that had 26 locations closed 13 of them. And he said basically sales absolutely sucked. I mean, nobody was going there.
Yeah, Adam, do you have AirPods?
Yeah, you know why though?
Because Buffalo's coffee is dominated by like Tim Hortons and then like Spot. Like there's not even a lot of Starbucks. I can't tell you where there's. I can tell you where there's.
Spot coffee doesn't even have a lot of them either.
No, but Spot coffee is popular though.
Yeah,
but like I can only tell you
who cares about Starbucks though? Starbucks charges like $5 for a fucking large coffee. Like, who do?
I can tell you the only Starbucks that I know exists is there's a small one on Main Street in Williamsville. Other than that, like I don't see any other Starbucks. There's Spot Coffee, which seems to be more popular in the cities, or like in the city of Buffalo. But then like Tim Hortons reigns supreme.
Yeah, well, Tim Hortons has like
Canada versus Canada, fucking Canada.
Yeah, I will say one thing though. I mean, I definitely do like Spot Coffee. I mean, there's actually it's kind of funny because the closest one to my house is out on Transit Road in Williamsville, which is actually a newer location for them. But I mean, I've been to the one on the Elmwood Strip in Buffalo where I got a $32. Well, basically, I got a $32 parking ticket on a bike cop who ended up nailing everybody on the side street. But I mean, at the same time, Spot Coffee is actually starting to open up inside some of the Tops market stores that we have around here. So you can actually go into the supermarket now and get Spot Coffee. And they have a full-fledged cafe and everything. Starbucks, there's a couple of them in Williamsville. There's one actually that used to be right across from, there's one that's across from where I used to work. And then there's actually one down the street from where I currently work. So there's a handful of them. One of them in Williamsville just moved to a new spot. And then surprisingly, Tops Markets, which has a partnership with Spot Coffee, they opened a Starbucks and one in Hamburg just recently.
The fuck is Spot Coffee?
Dude, it's based out of Toronto. How the hell do you not know what Spot Coffee is?
Never heard of it in my life.
Yeah, I mean, they're...
Fuck that. How about... No.
Yeah.
I was going to say, fuck that. How about Wawa?
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, it's convenient.
Fuck that. Fuck
Wawa
that.
Like
seats.
okay.
I've never been to a Wawa before.
No. Fuck Wawa. Sheets all the way. Sheets all the way.
No, shut the fuck up. Wawa is awesome. All right.
All the way. Wawa is like it's essentially the food version of a homeless person. It's absolute trash. It doesn't belong. It doesn't exist. It's on the eastern side of Pennsylvania. It's Philadelphia. It's trash. It's bad. It's not even good. Sheets, Pittsburgh. Good food. Western side of Pennsylvania.
Like, whenever I go to Erie, I always have to stop at Sheets. I always order up like subs and different things, and I will bring back a ton of crap.
Sheets has good food, good alcohol selection. You can literally go into Sheets and get pretty much anything.
Order it 24 hours.
The only thing that Sheets doesn't sell is clothes. Essentially, you can get anything else that you fucking need.
You know what? It's kind of fucked up though. You name your company Sheets, and you don't even have fucking sheets.
But they do have like good beer and everything, and you can get food made to order however you want it 24 hours, which is pretty sweet. Although actually, Ryan, you might know about this too. Like on the western side of Pennsylvania, Giant Eagle has a place called Get Go, which is actually not bad. It's like a similar version of Sheets, but Sheets kills it all the way.
Yeah, I was in north central Pennsylvania, so I was in Williamsport, so I was like middle of the state, so I didn't venture too far out west.
Yeah. Although you did have Wegmans in the middle of the state, which of course
we did have a Wegmans. Yes, we did.
Do you guys have fucking Giant Tiger in the States?
No,
I think he means Exxon, like the gas station.
No, Giant Tiger. Giant Tiger is a fucking department store, for fuck's sake, Bobby. How dumb are you?
Well, I don't have that here.
I'm gonna Google it because Giant Tiger is a dope name.
Sounds like a parody
look it up. Look it up. It's like a fucking department grocery store in Canada.
All right. Guys, I would love to keep chatting with you, but it's 11 o'clock, and of course I got to get up early for work. So
all right.
I'm gonna spend on out. You guys have a good one. I'll see you all next Wednesday for a Christmas special.
You got it.
And,
hey man.
Yeah.
Later, Sean.
I gotta go too. So definitely, guys, thanks for having me on. And again, if you don't already, I'd appreciate it if you go and give that Twitter handle a follow. And I'd definitely love to do some stuff with you guys in the future.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Come on next week if you want.
I got you, bud. I'll give you a fucking follow, bud. No problem.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. See ya.
Later, bud.
All right, guys. Well, what we'll do is we'll wrap up the show. Thanks for everyone that's been watching. We had a lot of fun with everybody tonight. And, of course, Christmas special will be next week. So, certainly, definitely join us. To the 278 people that ended up going in throughout the night, we appreciate it. And Trevor actually says, oh, by the way, Paula's Donuts, definitely a great spot, which is a local spot here. That is really, really good.
Yeah. Indeed.
So for Bobby, Adam, for Ryan, who was on, Trevor, and of course, Sean, we will see all of you next time. Take care of yourselves and each other, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
See ya.